I like Lisa.
There, we're back. Okay, let's do this.
Nice.
Trigger warning.
Trigger warning.
Oh, for God's sakes. Okay. If this evening, Vampire the Masquerade is a horror role-playing game, and in such games, there can be perhaps disturbing things for you. If something were to trigger you in any way, we just ask, take a pause, walk away from the stream, go check someone else out, maybe come back in a few minutes. Or if Vampire is not your thing, you can always come back. On Sunday nights, we play Castles and Crusades, and it is much less horror-y. Horror. I will warn you, though, this game devolves very quickly away from horror into slapstick comedy. But there is things like power inequities in Vampire and abuse of power, and it is a horror. It is violent. There is blood. There is gore. Things like that. So if at any point you're uncomfortable, you know what to do now. Just take a break and then come back and see us.
Also, dick jokes.
Well, that might be dick jokes might be horrific, but it's not. I don't think that's specifically what we're referring to.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Okay. Now I turn it over to Artemis, our storyteller.
Yay! All right. So last time you came face to face with the FBI, finally, and you found out that at least one of them has been sort of sent on your trail by another one of Decker's kids.
Family's about as big of a mess as my family.
What?
His family's almost as big of a mess as my real life family.
Like you do.
Don't you talk about Mama Michigan that way.
No comment. I have a lot of cousins, let's say that.
You've learned that they have sort of connected Honor's disappearance with the disappearance of several unhoused people that Ronnie's been looking into. And everything sort of seems to tie back to Jones Island. So you traveled to Jones Island, and you were sort of heading for Grant Park when you got distracted by a bunch of symbols that were seen along the drainage pipes that lead back into the city. And you decided to investigate those, where you came across a group of kindred that had been meeting in secret. You snuck up on them and found out that they were talking about different things, like the possibility of either overthrowing Mark or making some changes in the city somehow. You found out that one of the harpies of the city, named Anton Nettin, is involved. And Killian made himself known along with Ragnar to the group and had a conversation with them, got a little bit of information, and was told to come back in 3 days. And there would be another meeting. And then after that, you had a discussion amongst yourselves about what the plan for what your plan was, and you decided to go back to your havens for the night and meet up tomorrow when you are going to go get Honor, because you know where she's supposed to be. So plan is to go pick her up.
I love how
So
very yeah, you do that. You make that sound very diplomatic, very nonchalant. All of this, and not at all biased towards the craziness.
There was no panic involved at all.
No.
There was no
extreme eye rolling, no fighting over the player that was absent.
No.
I was super calm the whole time.
Yeah.
It's all calm. You didn't even know I was
like
there.
You weren't there. You were still calm.
Our storyteller is very impartial. I'm very appreciative.
Yeah, there was no panic. Nobody's panicking. It's fine. Everything's fine. Anya, so we're gonna start with you.
No.
Speaking of panicking, you wake up and sun has gone down. First thing I need you to do is make your rouse check.
Yes. Oh, good. I'm only okay. So I'm too hungry, but
yep.
For me, that's not bad.
Yeah, considering you've been at like 5 or 4.
Yeah.
So you wake up and you start about your evening and stuff like that. You check your phone and you had mentioned that you were going to talk to your sire.
Yes. I had whispered that to you after the last night's events. I also saved feeding for my herd one more time till tonight because I knew that tonight we would be going after honor. So that would be on my list of things.
Okay. So yeah, you can do that in whichever order you feel like doing. You know how to get a hold of your herd. They're easy enough to find. You just call Kegsy and Kyle and the rest of them and they tell you that they're at the normal coffee shop.
Yeah.
So your sire is in his office, and you can visit him if you would like. Unless you're just going to call him.
No, this feels like an in-person, not over any sort of technology. Make sure the door is locked and closed and no one's listening kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah, he is in his office. Like, finals week is ended. He's packing up his stuff because you know that he's planning on leaving. He's going to head to the East Coast in a couple of weeks. And so he's basically just packing up his office and getting things ready to go. When you arrive, kind of looks up at you and he says, Anya, welcome. Come on in.
And look down the hall each way and then close the door and then listen at the door for a minute.
It's late enough at night and it's also after finals are over. Nobody's around.
Yeah. I'd shut the door, move to the furthest side of it and be like, I need to talk to you. Sir.
That's a bit cryptic. All right, sit down.
I'm gonna stand. And she mini paces, kind of 2 steps this way, 2 steps that way.
Okay. He just sort of sits behind his desk and does the professor pointing his hands and fingers together kind of thing. And just watches you pace. Well, what is it?
So I know you're leaving town, and I know that this is very quickly not going to become your problem, but you know what I've got going on that I have been requested, and she makes it not my fault, got asked, to do for the prince of this city where I still reside and was going to continue to reside. She's very nervous.
Has something happened?
Happened? No. Stumbled upon and now know about? Yes. And she's very cryptic. But long story short, she'll get around to the point of being so there's a possible mutiny in the city, and we're not sure if the Prince's Harpy is in on it or has infiltrated it. Also, I'm not entirely sure if the people that I've been hunting his daughter with, and she makes it sound all complicated. She's like, the people that I'm hunting the prince's daughter with may or may not have joined this treasonous part, and I may or may not have a recording of it that I don't. Can I come with you?
Okay, I'm sorry. You said you have a recording of this?
Yes.
And your fellow coterie members are involved? Are they in the video?
No, I don't have that. I left. I heard this and was leaving, and they decided to pull a let's ask them questions, and they said that they were doing it so that they could infiltrate. I don't know. I don't really know these kindred very well. Yeah, one of them I couldn't read, and she's referring to Killian, who has seems very two-faced, double-sided, lots of secrets. Don't eat my henchman.
Okay. So he is very serious at this point. Normally he's very he puts on a very sort of friendly air of just the buddy professor that kind of stuff. That is gone.
Hmm.
And he is very serious.
Yes.
And he tells you, if you have evidence that you are withholding from the judges, you are just as guilty as those in the video.
I'm not withholding it. I'm attempting to get it to the right people in the right means.
Okay.
I want to make it very clear that this was not achieved through anything other than happenstance and the most unfortunate, and she is like so upset, most unfortunate of circumstances.
Then you need to get out ahead of it.
That's why I've come to you. Can I come with you?
You can, but I'm not leaving for a while. And also, if you were not involved, there is no reason for you to run. It would make you look guilty.
I wouldn't. And she's like instantly like hands up. I'm not trying to run. I was going to present this, and then through this wonderful good deed, which I am completely and utterly unattached to, I was going to ask for permission to go with my, and she almost says the word beloved, but then is like, well-respected sire.
I would submit this evidence to JW. That's who you're working for at the moment, yes?
Technically the prince via JW, but you see how I
But
might
he's
be
your
a little
point of contact.
Yes. See how I might be a little bit skeptical given the whole harpy infiltration may be part of, not sure. I don't know who around the prince is actually, and she throws us out there. She's like, I don't even honestly care who is supporting the prince and who's not supporting the prince. I just want to get out, like you said, ahead of this with my head still attached, preferably. And
Well,
she walks up
you
to him
can
now and
always-
like puts her hands on the desk and she's like, you and I who study history know that civil wars are never good things for a vast majority of the population.
Yes. You. If you do not trust JW, you can always request a meeting with the prince and the judges.
And she kind of like slumps a bit and she's like, yeah, that's what I was thinking I had to do.
But you better be damn sure of what you're doing.
I am not. I'm damn sure that I didn't want this, but now I have it and it feels like I'm carrying a nuclear weapon and it may blow up in my face and it may be the she's like, or it may be the arms race. I don't know.
Well, my suggestion would be to turn it over to the judges. If they find out somehow that you have this information and you didn't turn it over, you would be in just as much trouble as those supporting a mutiny.
Yes, you're right. And then she gives him a hard look and she's like, no one knows I have this recording besides me and now you. So I don't know how it would get out, but
I'm leaving.
will do so. Yes. Okay. And she kind of just nods and she's like, yes, I'll figure this out. Do you have any further suggestions? She's also like, I don't know the kindred involved in this either. And she's like, I hesitate to even tell you who they are.
The head of the Anubai, it's his job to know such things. He is also one of the judges. You could reach out to Arjun.
Hmm.
I can see about getting you in contact with him if that's what you want.
If I did that, would the prince see that as going around him? Or is this considered to be beneath him? She's honestly doesn't know. She doesn't know
Depends
if
on
like the
how
prince deals with a
serious they
mutiny a
are.
week.
It depends on how serious they are about the mutiny. The fact that they're meeting in secret, not so great. And the fact that there were so many, also not so great.
Yes, agreed.
And the harpy being involved is also messy.
Yeah, and there she like scratches her head. She's like, I really don't even know if maybe the prince knows about this and sent him in, or maybe his closest are betraying him.
Either way, I believe you should report it.
Yes, yes, and she nods because like he said that several times. She's like, I get that. That part has sunk in. Thank you, sir.
If he is as distracted with a missing child as you say he is, it's difficult to say how he will react. Perhaps get the girl first and then present the information.
And she
I feel
like
somewhere there is an Irishman just losing his shit.
Yeah. She nods. She's like, yes, well, I could arrange a meeting before we're supposed to go after Honor anyways. Tonight is the night we know where she's going to be if plans continue the way they're supposed to. So, okay.
Where is it you are supposed to intercept this girl?
Don't worry about it. We've got it figured out. Anyways, I'm so sorry. I appreciate you. I just thank you. And she like honestly thanks him for permission to accompany you. And I figured it might go over better requesting to leave the city. If I said I was going with you, it would make sense. So I don't see this resolving without some serious bloodshed. And not in the yummy, delicious kind.
Well, do be careful. It is a full moon after all.
Yeah, there's that too. Yeah, I need to get out of the city. And then she kind of looks sad because she was aiming to do things here in this city. She wanted to study the university more. She wanted to get into the cult of Isis. She had an introduction arranged for here too.
Those things are still not off the table necessarily. It just
no, but it
depends
feels like
on
a
how
step
you
back.
handle the evening.
Yeah, yeah. But she's honestly terrified that like even if things go well and she gets like a reward for this, that like there's going to be bloodshed and maybe a civil war or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get the girl, return her to her father. We will talk again after.
Of course. Yes. Yeah. It's a great movie line. Get the girl. Anyways, sorry, sir. Okay, bye. And she like goes to the door, listens to make sure no one was listening, and then like opens the door slowly to make sure no one was. She's paranoid.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Again,
paranoid.
At this point, there's nobody around. Finals week is over.
Yep.
There's just nobody there.
She's just seen Ronnie disappear into thin air more than once. And like, I don't know why anyone would be paranoid after knowing Ronnie for a short period of time.
Okay.
You walk out and Ronnie taps you on the shoulder. No, I'm just kidding.
As you're walking out, your phone dings.
Mm-hmm.
And you do you look at it or okay?
Oh,
so
of course.
It's a news alert saying that a student at the university was found in a coma.
And I would click on it and open it up. And does it have a name of the?
From it doesn't list a name, but it does list a certain frat party that you are very familiar with.
Yep. Yep. I don't know again why she would be paranoid at all.
Fine. Totally fine. What could possibly go wrong?
Yep.
Okay, so
Does it say like alcohol poisoning?
Suspected alcohol poisoning, yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But yeah, it was just like you get like a campus sort of newsletter thing, and that was listed on there.
Mm-hmm.
Those damn frat parties.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, it's really easy to get
blood
poisoning when you have very little blood. But,
Exactly. It's fine. What could possibly go wrong? Ronnie, where did you go? Did you go back to the shelter, or where did you end up going?
No, I went to like a tent city.
Okay. So, yeah. When you wake up in the morning, or in the evening, sorry. When you wake up, you are sort of just getting yourself put together. You're going to get ready to go when you notice a familiar face kind of around the camp, and you see Felicia, who you haven't seen in a couple of weeks. She doesn't seem to have noticed you yet, but she's there.
I gotta sneak up on her, right? I mean, I got to.
Do your rouse check first, though.
Curse you, Jeremy.
Ooh, okay, yeah, you're feeling it tonight.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. So yeah, Felicia's there. She keeps to herself, kind of like, part of the group, but sort of separate. And are you like, you're sneaking up on her? Is that what you're doing? Or are you just like walking up to her?
Not like in a predatory way, but like, wouldn't mind startling her.
Okay. So go ahead and roll me a stealth dexterity then, if you're gonna kind of sneak up on her. Yes,
Right.
as the Pink Panther sound plays.
Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum,
I'm not paranoid. I just hang out with Ronnie.
5.
Okay, yeah, easy enough.
5 successes.
You were able to like kind of sidle up beside her, and you say hello, and she almost jumps right out of her skin when she
Hey.
hears you. Ronnie, you scared me. Where have you been? I haven't seen you in like a week.
Been having a week. Been
What do you mean?
having a week. Oh, there's the freaking FBI been following me around. There's the missing teenage fuck up that I've been chasing down.
Who?
Nothing.
Okay. Also, why is the FBI after you?
They've
been coming around to all the tent cities.
I know. They thought I had information I didn't. We just happened to be looking for one of the same people.
Are they looking into all those disappearances?
Supposedly. But one of them's in with what's-her-face. What was her name?
Nakata?
Yeah.
When you say that, Felicia kind of looks at you, and she's like, you mean wait, that's one of the prince's children, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And they're involved?
I guess we got the prince and like 5 other separate people all looking for the same person. And they're all looking for freaking us. Thinking we know something. It's stressing me out. And I don't even know if this girl is as much of a shithead as I thought I did.
So, wait, I'm confused. Which you're looking for 2 of his children or just 1?
Just one.
Which one's missing?
Honor.
Nakata?
No. She's
And
also
you
looking
say
for
that
honor.
Honor's missing, and she kind of goes, again?
Apparently. Was I the only one who didn't know this was a recurring problem? Jeez.
Well, she's gone missing for a couple days at a time, but the prince keeps her on a really tight leash,
Well,
more so than the other 2.
not tight enough this time.
Do I even want to know what happened?
She's been making connections.
What kind of connections?
Bad ones.
Sounds like you're not far behind her. What's going on?
I don't know. I feel like I'm missing something. I just can't.
So you've met Felicia a few times, like, and you know what she is.
Yeah.
And as you guys are talking, you're used to this for the most part, but like as you two are talking, you see a couple of cockroaches like just like run across her face and up into like the hood of her jacket. And she just kind of is like, okay, work it through with me. Let's talk it through. What
Okay.
what do you know?
I'll just like go through all the different things that we found step by step. And see
Okay.
if she can make a connection that I can't. Because it's like
Okay.
there's all these people that are. It seems like everybody's double dealing, and now the people with me are double dealing, and I don't know if they're serious or not. And on top of that, I'm supposed to like protect
hmm
vulnerable people, and
Okay. So
if
she
she's one of
listens to
them, what
what
am
you
I
have to
supposed to
say. Like she listens to what you have to say, and she says, "Well, I don't know much about Nakata. I know that she's supposedly very smart and she's got an in with local authorities. That's
Okay.
about all I know about her."
Well, apparently she's got in with more than local authorities.
And Honor, she's just a kid.
Yeah.
She's the youngest child that the prince has ever had, for one. And everything that I've ever heard about, she's very naive in the way of things working, even being a vampire as long as she has been.
Okay. Well, if he never lets her out, of course she's naive.
Yeah, that's
Fucking
half
know
the
what she's
problem.
getting into.
Rumor was that he wouldn't let her feed without him. So if she got out
Mhm.
and messed up, I mean, I could see why she would run, I guess. He
Yeah, but
doesn't
now
take kindly to mistakes.
she's compounding the issue. And I can't decide if I want to smack her or help her.
Can't you do both?
Sure.
maybe reach out to this sibling. Maybe she's got information you don't.
Hmm. Can I get on my phone, like my PI phone, and um see if I can find a sibling on Facebook or something?
Like one of Honor's siblings?
Yeah, like her real sibling.
Okay. So you're able to, like, as you're kind of looking through, you're able to find what would be like a memorial page, and you're able to locate, she has one sister who is alive.
Can I get on her page and send her like a direct message that just says like, "Hey, I've been looking for your sister. Think I might be close to finding her. Are you interested?
Okay. Yeah,
Do you have
sure. So
any information?"
you send that, and like it is not long before you get a message back. Like, you get a message back saying, yes, where can we meet? How can we talk?
Oh. Just give her like a random alleyway. Like, it's just
Ronnie's
Okay.
DM skills are strong.
Okay, so you give her like a location, and are you going to try to do this tonight? Again, I feel like there's an Irishman losing his shit somewhere.
definitely not based on the faces we're seeing in the video right now. Although you're probably not on screen for everyone else to see. Send her to the rebellion. I'll tell her if you can make it in the next 45 minutes, meet me here. Otherwise, I'll catch you there tomorrow at like midnight or something.
Okay. So she tells you that she's actually not in Milwaukee at the moment. She's actually in Brookfield, which is about an hour and a half away,
Great.
like
Well, then I'll see you
with
tomorrow.
traffic. So, and Brookfield is actually out kind of where your friend lives. Like, it's out that direction.
My friend.
So you know, yeah, is it Emma? Your touchstone.
Peggy?
No, you're.
I don't have an Emma.
Oh
I
no,
have
never mind. That's Anya. I'm getting the two of you screwed up. Never
Peggy
mind.
and the guy that died. So I just have one.
Yeah. Okay. I'm getting the two of you screwed up. Never mind. Ignore that.
You could go out and make a delivery for me.
But anyways, she tells you that, she'll be back in town, and like but it's not going to be for a couple of hours. So if you want, you could meet her tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay.
Great. And then I'll go to meet up with these idiots.
Okay.
See if we can find the other idiot that we've been looking for. Everybody's being stupid. Ronnie's so annoyed because she doesn't know what to do.
Ragnar, when you wake, you just sort of like, you wake up when the sun goes down. That is not what happens tonight. You are woken up by an enormous crash and your house shakes. And you
Are the raccoons
can
doing?
hear car alarms going off in the street.
Well, that's not good. Like, did something hit the house, or is this like a shockwave?
You don't know.
Well, I'm gonna find out, damn it.
All right, so you run outside and you see about a block and a half down, there is a car that is just completely in flames. And people are starting to like run out from their houses. You can see a couple of people are already on their phones. And you see across the way the young woman with her two boys, like they come outside and they're looking around, kind of on their front yard, and you hear the screeching of tires, and you look just beyond where the flaming car is that black sedan that you saw with the tinted windows racing off down the road.
Interesting. Maybe it wasn't me they were looking for at all.
You're
Do
not
I
sure.
recognize the car? Like it's about a block down.
It's about, well, so the one that blew up is about a block and a half down. You can't really tell from here where, like, what it was. It looks like maybe it was like some sort of small SUV, like a Subaru.
Subaru in Milwaukee.
Mhm.
That seems mysterious.
There are so many fucking Subarus. All of the Subarus. But anyways, you see that car, it kind of tears off around a corner. You just barely see the back end of it as it leaves. But the woman across the street, she's got both of the boys like pulled close to her, and they're looking at where the fire is and stuff.
All right, I'll. There seem to be people out there checking it out, and like, I don't necessarily want to go down there and rub elbows with the neighbors. I don't like them. I got my
and
trash
also
bins
fire.
upstairs and fire. Yeah.
Okay.
And as long as the woman and her kids look like they're okay, I'll just kind of keep an eye on them from inside. If I see them
They look scared, but okay. Like the boys, they don't really understand what's going on because they're both pretty young. But she looks upset, but unharmed. So
as long as they don't venture down that way, I'm fine to just leave them be. I'll just keep an eye on them.
okay, go ahead and make your rouse check then.
I have to.
Yeah.
Okay. Success.
Okay, good. All right. So yeah, you're pretty focused on like what's going on. You're not all that hungry right now. But yeah, you watch for a while, and eventually, emergency vehicles pull up, fire trucks and stuff like that. They begin to put the car out. You see that there's police starting to tape the area off and ask questions and things like that. Eventually, the woman across the street goes back inside with her two boys.
All right. Well, once the flames are out and the scene is under control, I don't mind wandering down and letting them know about the vehicle I saw pulling away and the fact that it was slow cruising through the neighborhood a couple of nights back, multiple times.
Okay. So you speak to one of the policemen who is, talking to the people who were kind of standing around gawking at the scene, and you let him know what you saw, and he takes down all the information and asks to take down your information, that sort of thing. You just standard stuff. Asks, like if you, and gives you a little card with his name on it and stuff, and says, if you see anything else or you hear anything else that looks suspicious, just let us know.
You got it.
And his name is, sorry, Detective Samuel. Where did this just go? Samuel Grant.
Samuel Grant.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I don't normally cooperate with the police, but when it's my neighborhood, I want to make sure we're good.
Yeah, he tells you, he appreciates the heads up and that they'll check the cameras.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought anything of it except for the slow roll by multiple times. So make sure we're good. Anyways, have a good night.
You as
Head
well.
back to
Stay
the
safe
house.
out there.
I'm not smart enough to know what to do, so I go back to my house.
Okay. Killian, when you get up, do you go to the bar? What do you do? Like, what's the plan? I'm assuming everybody's meeting at the bar.
Yeah, I'll head that way.
Okay. So you're there kind of waiting for a little bit for everybody to kind of trickle in. And about 45 minutes or so after you arrive, Eduardo is like walking behind the bar, and he stops and he like looks down at underneath the bar where he keeps the little monitor for the security cameras that go out back. And he says, boss, there's somebody out by the cars.
Can I go and take a look on the camera?
Does it work when you're nearby, or is it just it's only when
Being
cameras are trying to take
recorded, so
pictures
I
of
can't.
you?
Yeah, so I can't.
Okay.
My image can't be recorded.
I wasn't sure if it was
my
like all
voice
technology
can't
or
be
not.
recorded. So
Okay.
if I can look,
So yeah, you go around behind the bar and you take a look at the little, grainy picture that you can see from that, and you're pretty sure that that's Jesse. Just out there leaning against one of the cars.
I tell Eduardo I'll take care of it. Maybe
Okay.
try to keep the staff
Do I need to
away.
get the boys?
No.
Okay. All right, so you head out through the back door.
Remind me though, I don't know that Jesse is, or do I now know that?
Ronnie told you that after you left,
Yes.
they had addressed him as Anton.
Yes, that's right. Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to make a hunger check because it's kind of an important check for me because I'm already at 4.
That was going to be the next step.
Oh, good.
Okay. All right, so you're good.
I'll just walk.
Holding it together.
I'll walk out. I'll try not to get on the camera, like maybe stand against the building where there's a blind spot of the camera. And I'll just be like...
having set these up or having seen them set up, you know where all of the little spots are that you can go.
Jesse,
where it's not going to cause an issue.
Jesse.
He's just kind of like leaning against one of the cars, just not like threatening or anything, just kind of leaning. And he's like, Killian, I was hoping we might have a word.
Of course. Would you like to do it here, or?
I think here's fine.
Let's have a word.
So yeah, he, just kind of, he kind of seems like he's like sizing you up a little bit. And, he tells you that, so I couldn't really say anything in front of the others yesterday, but I know that you're looking into Honor's disappearance.
Oh, you do? Who told you that?
My job to know. I'm connected.
Of course you are.
I would hate to see anything happen to her. She's a good kid.
Are you saying that as a loyal subject to the prince, or are we talking...
Of course.
Of course.
All above board.
Of course.
And he says, I know that the prince is looking for her.
Mm-hmm.
And you seem unusually well informed for such a new to the city kindred.
How did you put it? I'm connected. I'm going to show him my teeth while I say that. Because I'm incredibly, I'm incredibly hungry.
Okay.
I'm not going to be bullied by this fucker at my establishment. So I'm going to try to play the tough.
Okay. I am concerned that the prince doesn't know all of the facts.
The facts about what?
And I'm not saying that I do, but there seems to be something strange about the girl's story. And I would hate for her to be punished for something that she didn't do.
Okay. Would you like to?
So if you find yourself in a position to speak to the girl, maybe give her a fair shake. And if you do, I'll put in a good word for you before I leave.
Before you leave.
Oh, yes, I'm traveling soon.
Milwaukee's not safe for rebels.
Of course not. The prince deals with them quite harshly. But that's not why I'm leaving. I am, after all, a loyal subject of our prince.
Of course you are. And what if I don't? What if I smash her head in on the concrete? What if I break her body in so many ways that I just dump her in the prince's lap like that? Then what happens, Jesse? Then what do you do?
Well, I would hate to see what the prince would do to you at that point, but like I said, I won't be here, so that choice is up to you.
Well, if you're leaving that soon, how are you going to put the word in for me, my man?
Again, I'm connected.
Can I make some sort of check to just because I feel like he's full of shit.
You can make let's see here.
I know he's
Let's
connected as a
do-
harpy. I get that. But I'm not buying this act of like, well, everything's fine and I'm just bouncing out of town.
Let's do insight wits.
This is probably going to give me a bestial failure, but we'll do it anyways. Oh shit.
Oh, nice. Okay. He's nervous. He's very, very nervous. And you can tell he's telling you the truth mostly. Like he might be omitting a couple of things.
Mm-hmm.
He is connected in the city.
Sure, he's a harpy. I get that, but
yeah. And he believes it when he says that he could, put in a good word for you. The part that seems a little weird is the sudden departure.
Why don't you tell me what your concern is about the dear girl, and don't hand me the bullshit that, well, she's a good kid. Why is honor so important that I need to give her a fair shake? What does honor getting away from daddy really mean in the big picture of the game?
You can tell he considers this carefully, like he's choosing his words very carefully. He says she's made a couple of her own friends in the city that could have a lasting impact on the city itself. And I'd hate to see that opportunity be squandered.
Are you referring to her friends in the movement? Those that would see the Camarilla fall to its knees? Are you talking about those types of people?
Again, you can see he's choosing his words very carefully.
The kinds that hang out at churches?
When you say churches, he kind of is like, Again, you seem incredibly well informed.
I just want you to know that I think every time he says, you seem very well informed, Killian is just like eating that up. Like, that is, yeah. That,
Like
yeah,
it's stroking his ego.
it's stroking more than the ego, I think. But yes, he's very happy with that. So,
He,
is
again,
it
he
friends
says
in churches we're talking about?
One of them.
One of them? Is there more of them?
Not in the city.
I've heard stories about, the ministry. Where there's one, there's many.
Such is the way with a nest of snakes.
Indeed. So, care to tell me where you're departing to?
I think I'll keep that to myself for now. An old friend of mine once said, first we try, then we trust.
I don't want your trust. I want your fear. I want you to know that if we cross again, it might not be so friendly. And as for your dear little anarch-loving honor, I don't think there'll be much talking tonight.
He just kind of, again, he seems like he's kind of sizing you up, and he says, I think you'll do well in this city. And then sort of goes to take his leave. I'll be in touch.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep watching him as he leaves, because like last time there was maybe a little bit of shadow work that he did, and I want to see if any of that occurs again.
Nope, not this time. It appears like he just sort of walks out, like down the alleyway that would lead out to like the front of the bar, and then you see him turn down the street and sort of blend into the crowd.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of people out at this time of night, obviously, but.
All right. I'm going to go back into the bar and in private sort of like just like shake all the fucking nerves out, because I feel like Killian had to bluff a little bit there and could have gone sideways, but I don't want anyone to see that. So I'm just kind of like, oh!
Okay. All right. So a little while later, so Anya would be the first one there. And then Ragnar and then Ronnie.
So I arrive and I see Eduardo watching a monitor with a bucket of popcorn, getting half a story.
I mean,
I'm
Eduardo
like, this
is there,
dude is
yeah,
just
but he's, like,
monologuing in the alleyway. Like, what the?
He's doing the thing. He's like wiping the bar down. He's, taking care of business. He sees you walk in and kind of gives you a nod.
I have brought him another complimentary cold coffee, but this time it is actually meant to be cold, except a lot of the ice has melted because I went to the coffee shop and then I saw my sire. So I'm like, here, peace offering. And I like put it on the bar and I walk away.
Okay. Yeah, he kind of like, he takes it and like he sets it sort of like next to him and he keeps cleaning the bar. So
hey,
that one,
progress.
You don't see him throw that one away.
Yeah, progress.
He waits till you're not looking, then he dumps it in the trash.
That's what he did last time. Yeah, This time he will keep it to complimentary drip for a bit before he.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you find Killian in
assume-
the same sort of like room that you guys have been
Yeah.
meeting in, I'm assuming.
Hey, Killian.
Maybe my
brought your
office
pet a
this
treat.
time. Maybe my office this time.
Okay. So Eduardo
I will-
sends you there.
I come up and I sit on your desk. Like, I fully come up and I, like, jump up, put one hip on your desk, and I'm like, I brought your pet a treat.
I have no computer, so I'll just maybe I'm looking at a ledger or something for the business. I close that up, and I'm like, coffee.
Cold coffee this time.
That's very nice of you.
See, I'm trying.
Just tonight, when we get our hands on Honor, right? I just want to make sure you are of the mind that she goes back to Daddy no matter what. I'm right in that, right?
I'm sorry. Did you think I had a death wish?
Okay. I just know that I'm kind of worried about Ronnie.
I'm kind of worried about all of us, but any particular, do tell. And she like leans in now on the desk a little bit and she's like, do tell, what have you picked up from our invisible friend that I have not? Because I've never been quite so paranoid till I met her.
She's kind of soft on people.
Say what?
She's soft on people. She lives in like shelters and things like that. And I think she likes them.
And I like sit back now and I'm like, no way. I just thought it was free and easy food.
Anyways, I just think that when we get poor little Honor all to herself,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that Ronnie will have the heart to send her back to Daddy.
I totally thought it was going to be you and Ragnar like throwing hands again.
You think I don't have a problem taking her back to her father?
Yeah, but I thought Ragnar was going to be the one having a problem.
Yes, that's a concern.
Yeah. Especially since it didn't work out great last time.
Are you? So let's just go right to the point here. Are we eliminating those that stand in our way in bringing Honor back to Daddy?
And she kind of like sits up a little straighter here and she's like, let's be straight here. Do we think we could?
I think we could probably handle Ronnie. I'm not sure about Ragnar.
Yeah. You seen that dude? I do not know how you get that big on raccoons. Seriously. What is it about them?
The key to Ronnie
Like
is to make sure she can't disappear on us. So we'll have to play that one very carefully.
Best of luck. You got a gallon of sparkles? What?
I think the key will just be that, like, if we see her starting to turn, we have to deal with it immediately.
And this, she kind of sits back a bit. She's like, sorry. Talk plainly, because all of this has been, like, crazy. What do you mean turn, and what do you mean deal with? Because, and she, like, kind of points to her, like, 5'4", 140 pounds wet self, and is like, what?
Yes, but
dealing.
You've got powers. I've seen you, the whole eye roll back thing.
Yeah, that'll come in super handy telling where she's been after she's been there.
Well, maybe we'll find another opportunity then to remove that concern from the picture.
How's about we make it so that there is no opportunity for the turning? Because as much as I'm not sure I can deal with anyone if they had the upper hand, if we had the upper hand, then they don't get an opportunity to get cold feet, as it were.
Maybe.
We get Honor, we got hands on her, we have JW on speed dial, that kind of thing.
You'll have to take care of speed dialing. See, you have uses. You have powers. I can't call JW.
And this she gives him like a flat look of like, yeah, that's my superpower. Modern technology.
I think I might have leverage on Ronnie.
Okay. Listen, here's what I want from the night. To survive it, and the next one, and the one after that too.
Oh, me too.
I would love to be disentangled from whatever this is. And she points to you.
I think you and I can be great allies.
It's because I brought Eduardo a coffee, isn't it? You're getting soft on me too.
Not well. Okay.
At that point, Ragnar shows up.
I fully take that as a win. And I'm like, Ragnar, did you hear? Killian's starting to like me.
And here I thought Mom and Dad were fighting again.
No. Did you bring a treat?
Yeah, it's in my bag, like usual. You thirsty?
No, not for us. Aren't you supposed to bring the host a gift? Is that not a thing?
I'm
Were you not
Canadian.
raised right?
I don't believe in that.
Oh.
Ragnar, we were
Okay.
just talking about when we get hold of our dear friend Honor this evening. We are all on the same page, right? She goes back to Dad.
Do you want her conscious or unconscious?
Is this like paper or plastic?
I don't care. I don't care really, Ragnar. Whatever works.
Yeah, she'll. I can't guarantee the condition, but she'll be back with Dad.
You don't have any qualms about?
She's no innocent,
Okay.
no child.
I'm off to the side as you two are having this conversation, but I'm in such a way that Killian can see me, but Ragnar can't. I go like,
I do not let on that she did that.
yeah.
I see it in the reflection of your eyes. I look over my shoulder and I wink at you.
I'm like, mm-hmm.
Okay.
Then like pretend to drink a coffee.
Then we just wait for our dear. Are you here, Ronnie?
Ronnie rolls in not that long after that.
You see me go paranoid when you do that. I'm like, what the?
Ronnie walks in fully visible in front of everybody.
But who do you look like?
You're late.
Myself.
You're late.
Hey, Ronnie.
Was there a time set? I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yes, and we have shit to do tonight.
Then let's go. I got all my stuff.
3 questions, Ronnie. How do you feel about fashion? Could I accessorize you?
Fashion.
Mm.
What do you mean by fashion?
I was just thinking you might look really great with like some really chunky, dangly, bangly kind of bracelets. Maybe if you weren't into that, we could get you some like
put a bell on the cat?
strappy.
I got a cowbell on
I
my
can
bike.
silence everything around me, so put as many bangles on me as you want.
It was a good try.
Oh,
Then.
it's just I thought it might complete your outfit. What?
Can I make an insight check? Or is this as obvious
Sure.
as it sounds?
Go ahead, make insight, intelligence versus.
I'll just
Anya,
say,
go ahead and roll me,
like you've unnerved us all a little bit with your ability to just like sort of pop out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Anya, you can either do persuasion, manipulation, or persuasion charisma, depending on whether or not you're lying.
Persuasion. What do you say? Manipulation or charisma?
Manipulation if you're lying, or charisma if you're like, like this is legit.
No, this is I am terrified of her.
Okay.
Yeah,
Ragnar
no,
legit is not unnerved at all. He thinks it's super cool you can do that.
no.
I'm
Okay,
envious.
second question.
That was one question?
Anya's
Yeah,
being a
All those
little
questions
weird.
was one question.
Well, that was the second question, how you felt about fashion, and then the danglies. I guess the third question is, can I tie a string to you?
Iron defeats the purpose.
Of what?
Well, for one, I assume I'm going to be staying with all of you.
Yes, that'd be good. That'd be good.
So why do you need a string?
I get lonely.
I'll text you.
You didn't reply last time.
Yes, I did.
Not until after I knew that you weren't dead. Reply, I'm not dead, before I see you that you're not dead.
I can't do that while I'm invisible.
Me, sorry, you can silence everything. I didn't know that your QWERTY keyboard was going to click away.
I'm not about to purposefully compromise myself in a situation where a couple of idiots are talking to a couple of more idiots in a sewer. Come on.
And she crosses her
Talking about
arms and
us?
she's like,
I'm not gonna lie, that hurt a little bit.
You want me to get decapitated?
no.
Seriously.
I
Did you
just
just
wanted
call
to
me
know
an
that you
idiot?
weren't already decapitated. If you had a string and you gave it a pull, I'd know if you were in trouble.
Okay, Ronnie, we've talked to everybody else about this, so I want to talk to you about this. Honor tonight.
Honor. Yes.
I just want to make sure that we're clear. Honor goes back to Daddy.
Yes.
Insight.
Okay, so again,
I'm not.
you can roll
I'm not making.
insight intelligence, and Ronnie, if you're lying, roll persuasion, manipulation, or charisma. If you're telling the truth,
What if Ronnie doesn't know if she's lying?
then I would say persuasion, charisma. Then, if you're not sure,
Because you're trying to convince them and you. Intelligence or wits?
intelligence.
It's gonna be really good. Just watch. Just watch.
Ooh, 4.
Hey, nice.
I
Not
know
bad.
that she has mixed feelings then.
Yes.
You'd be able to tell she's unsure.
We just want to make
Yeah.
sure that, I want to make sure that the four of us are all on the same page.
Same page, different books.
Well, then let's go over everything again because I still feel like we're missing something.
Okay.
And it's
Yes,
like
it's called a
nagging at
payday.
me.
Yes, there's a
It's
lot
called being paid
riding
for the
on
job.
this
I'm sorry. I
tonight.
like to have information. Okay? I like to know that what I'm doing.
Can we agree she broke the masquerade? At the very least, a slight masquerade breach.
Yes, and I do very much have a problem with the whole anarch thing.
Yes. And the anarchs are clearly involved in some way. And she is obviously, hanging with them.
And the mutiny group. Forget
Was she
about
with
them.
them? Or
Well,
did they just know of her?
they know of her.
We aren't at all convinced that the fact that there's an anarch in town and that there's also a possible mutiny going on are connected. Like, I'm sure there's no
I think there is
correlation there.
No way to
I
connect
agree with
those.
you. I agree with you. I agree with you.
And that the disappearance
do
of the
too,
prince's
actually.
daughter to distract him during a time when Von Rest wouldn't have anything to do with that either.
That could also
they-
be part of the. Yeah.
Or using her as a figurehead for the coup.
Yes.
And that
Someone
ultimately,
convinced her?
unless any of us want to go against the prince, it doesn't matter because we do the job that he specifically picked us for because we want to live. She's
But
like,
he-
you can talk it through all you want. Talk it through afterwards.
He picked us for it because we don't have extra strings attached in the city quite yet, and we are trying to earn ourselves into the good graces. So we'll do exactly what we're asked to do because we're looking to survive.
Yeah.
When we hand her in, do we ask to do more?
At that, like, if I was drinking, I would choke on it. Not that I was maybe pretending to drink out of habit. I would be like, oh, I don't even have anything to spit. No,
Like, it doesn't sit
Kind
well
of.
with me that we got our asses handed to us by this anarch. I want to be part of the crew that gets rid of him.
Yeah.
Join the Nubai.
Well, the Anubai deal with the werewolf issue more than... But it doesn't matter. We can... Yes, we'll have a chip to bargain with if we just complete the job. So I need to make sure everybody's on board for the job. What does honor mean to any of us, right?
Are we talking about the
The
person
concept
we
or
are
the
trying to
person?
get? Yeah, or are we
Yeah.
going very abstract here? How
No.
deep is this conversation?
She's-
I thought we had stuff to do. I'm
She's
sorry.
all I'm saying is she's nobody to us. So
She is our get out of this
yes, but
mess card.
she's like not a person. She's just a chip on the table.
If one more person says that she's a really good kid, I may
I know.
actually just
I
murder
know.
her out of spite.
That's right. Okay, let's do this.
Yeah.
Random question. What kind of a check would you need to make to determine how badly you want to survive regardless? Was that a weird question?
Say that again.
I would say, oh boy, I
Wait,
would say
like
do
how
an
selfish you
awareness
wanna be.
resolve.
I'm not even
check.
sure I understand the question.
Yeah. Say
Well,
it
I
again.
do. I get it. It's a self-preservation question.
Right.
So I would say awareness resolve.
All right.
To figure out yourself or someone else?
Myself.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what that quote's from, by the way, Queen?
Ooh.
No.
Oh, okay.
Wait, why does it?
Holy crap, Ronnie.
Why does it say dice rolled? Oh, I see.
2 regulars and 3 hunger.
Well, I guess I don't know.
You don't know if you're
Yeah.
feeling a little...
You're on the fence. You're
Yeah.
on the fence.
the
Guess
sun
you'll
life
find out
wasn't
when you
much
get
better
there.
than the life.
Once we start heading out to the car and the motorcycles, however, I would just like to pull Ronnie aside.
Just curious, just for metagaming reasons too. Did Ragnar mention that he saw a car blow up tonight, or are we just going to walk into the vehicles? Just
He's just
It
sitting on that
obviously
one.
had nothing to do with me because it was a block and a half away and they drove away.
Yeah.
So,
Because
You
Anya
know
doesn't
whose
know
car it
this.
was?
but me, the player, wants to
That's what I'm
check out the car. So if you don't mention it, jump in the back seat.
oh yeah, I would love to know more, but it was on fire and I didn't want to go down there until later. And yes, I gave information to the cops, but I really don't like working with them. So it was more of a heads up for the neighborhood, and
Ragnar's having his own crisis at the moment.
I may do some digging with my friends at the club.
We're all
Possibly,
having a hard
maybe.
night,
Told you, it's like nothing like having the entire coterie on edge
Yeah.
right?
all at the same time. Great, I love it.
Okay, I'm
Go
gonna
swimming
pull
now.
Ronnie aside very quickly.
Well, what do you want, man? Come on.
If
Don't we got places to be?
if you turn on us tonight and you try to save honor,
What?
you will be responsible to the pain that is reaped on Ren.
Ooh.
And if you think I'll put her on the rooftop and let her burn, that would be too quick. I come from a line of kindred that know how to hurt people.
I thought she could go out in the day.
No. Have you listen? She's a thin blood, but the sun might not burn her quite as quickly as us. But you know, that has its advantages too, Ronnie. I could just stick her outside for a little while. Don't you turn on me
Alright.
tonight.
Look, this situation is complicated, but
It's not. It's really not. Anya's got it right. It's a job, and she is the paycheck.
okay.
Okay. Okay. Now smile. Like we're friends.
I don't do that.
I wish so badly that Anya was there to hear that, because that would tickle her pink. But instead, from down the way, you just hear this like honk, honk, as I like reach over the front seat to honk the horn of your car.
I'm going to go out and I'm going to make sure there's not one of those posters up again looking for Julian.
Fabian?
That guy too.
How many people are go missing at your club?
I just give Ronnie a hug.
There isn't one on the pole like right outside your place, but you can see that they're like kind of up and down the
Yeah,
street.
no, I'm not like walking to get it. Let's go.
Okay.
Are you
So you guys-
leaving your scooter here again?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe that's what
In
I
the
should-
dumpster?
That's
Maybe
not- I don't
that's
think
what I
it's
should have
fast
threatened.
enough.
I should have been like,
We
I
could-
will break your bike.
Turn it into a sidecar.
No, I think what you chose was pretty.
Effective.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah, pretty effective.
Pasta.
Okay.
I just imagined for a split second Ronnie riding backwards behind Ragnar with your feet over your like moped handlebars and just like
Like a trailer?
yeah.
That would go so poorly.
Wouldn't make the first turn.
I'm pretty sure that even in
Yeah,
Milwaukee,
exactly.
the cops would pull you over for that.
We would be.
Yeah.
They gotta catch us first.
The moped would go flying the second you strayed off of a straight line.
Be even better is if you were invisible when you did it. So all anyone sees is this like moped like following.
Okay,
And go
so
flying.
y'all pile in
And this is
Killian's
why
car.
I can never become a vampire for real.
I don't know. Ragnar
Ragnar, you...
Ragnar is here tonight. He might actually drive his bike.
Yeah.
We'll see. He's saying
We'll get to
goodnight
that.
though.
But the rest of you, pile into Killian's car. And so where are you going? I'm assuming sort of out to the island by where SVT is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I thought that's where we knew
Yes,
she was going to be.
She's due to be there at midnight. So
No one's got we can't just tell this guy to let us in. We're gonna have to talk our way into the goddamn thing again, aren't we?
that, or you could try. Well, so
Are we trying to get her before she goes in?
Yeah, everybody, go ahead and make me. Let's see. I want insight, either insight wits or insight intelligence for this. I don't care which one, but everybody, go ahead and roll me that.
Sorry, I was saying goodnight. What did I miss? I gotta roll.
Are you taking your motorcycle?
Yes.
Okay, and then also I need an insight wits or insight intelligence, whichever one you feel like. I don't care.
It's gonna be the same either way. Not good.
I hate to point it out to jinx us, but 2 weeks ago we had a crap ton of bestial failures, and now we haven't rolled any for like 2 weeks.
Well,
I just
Killian
rolled
just
one.
got one.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Pool size modifier of 0.
Oh,
I'm
you did
assuming.
too. Yep.
Yeah. Yep, it's 0.
Difficulty 2.
Yep.
I'm not asking, but just for the record, Anya would be very open to any premonitions about this evening. She would open her inner eye, mind wide open.
Okay.
She would be receiving on all broadcasts.
On all fronts.
Yes.
Okay. So, for Killian, can you roll me a d10, please?
Uh-oh.
Oh, fun. Okay.
Oh no. That's what you want to hear a storyteller say.
Okay. So instead of your clan compulsion, you are actually under the harm compulsion. which, hold on, I gotta double check what that means.
Can't hear you.
Sorry, the harm compulsion?
Yep. Just double checking exactly what that means. Okay, so you... All right, so the vampire desires to inflict harm, be it social, mental, or physical. Any actions not immediately resulting in someone else's pain, the vampire suffers a 2 dice penalty. This ends once they have driven away, incapacitate, or destroy a target. If the target is an
Okay.
object rather than a person, it must hold serious value to someone.
Okay.
Oh my god, did you just run Ragnar off the road?
No.
So that's your issue to deal with at the moment. Ronnie and Anya, you both are very much so under the impression, having seen SVT, having seen the way it's set up, you think if she makes it through the front gate, you are going to have a hell of a time getting her back out.
Did we know what time she was arriving or just tonight?
Midnight.
Oh, midnight. Okay. So, yeah, I'm fully like, so Ronnie, hear me out. Was never into the sports. But I'm thinking you're our quarterback goalie and you go invisible and you block guard the gate and stop any honors from getting through. And we shut out, swipe it. I don't know.
Okay.
Spectacular.
Those were words.
Shouldn't we set up further up the road so she can't even get close?
I thought, and again, forgive me, not the sports thing. I thought you would be the last line of invisible defense, and we send in our ringer, bruiser, point guard.
You guys look
She
out
points
the
to
window,
Ragnar.
and Ragnar's like alongside you on his motorcycle, hair in the wind, and he's just jamming out to like Led Zeppelin. Happy as a clam.
I give him the finger.
I give him 2 back.
While driving a
On your
motorcycle.
It's a talent I have.
Look, Mom, no hands.
Yeah. I think he would be our front line, and you're our last line, and somewhere in the middle.
I think we
me?
can. If she goes inside, if she gets through the gate, Ronnie can go in and get her for us.
That would mean that she already got past Ronnie.
No. What I'm saying is, I think Ronnie is the like. I think we all have to come down on her, and then.
Yeah, before she gets through the gate.
I wouldn't mind being invisible to let her think she has more of a chance than she has.
Yeah, I like that idea too.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Okay.
Are you really talking that calmly, Killian, or are you like...
I'm like biting my lip, but yes.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
I'll watch the car.
I yell at the window, whether it's up or down, that why don't we get into the guard's uniform and work the gate?
It's not really our style.
Thank you. I like your style too.
You'd never fit in a guard uniform. I mean that in a nice way. All bodies are beautiful.
Ronnie, with her like mutilated face, just goes. Ugh.
Okay. So you get to where SVT
She
is.
stops. She grabs Ronnie's shoulder and she's like, "Can you look like what's his name?"
Not without a defect.
Huh?
I can look
She
like
can't
him
mimic-
if he got maimed by a dog.
Like, what if he had a scar on his butt?
Can you look
It would
like
still
him
be in my
in
face.
dark, shadowy area?
Why would his butt be on your face?
I'm just imagining
Look,
from a motorcycle. Why would his butt be on your
We
face?
smash her and we throw her in the trunk. It's not going to be that hard.
I mean,
I want to believe you, dude. I really, really do. But so far, nothing has been simple.
What do you think they do if a bear wandered onto the grounds?
Jeez.
panic?
That's like option 4C.
What if it was a bear and his invisible friend?
You could, yeah. Out of combat?
Is there only one way she can, like when we get there, is there only one road she can approach on? Or could she
Yes.
come from either direction?
So
I don't
SVT is like basically it's got because it's a shipping company, it's right on the water. Like there is like it's right on one of those little inlets.
Mhm.
And there is like a frontage road that kind of leads up to it
Okay.
where the gate opens up and then you go into the SVT grounds.
I roll
There's
up my
only
window.
one way in and out unless you're on a boat.
But is there anywhere we could park inconspicuously, or is it going to be really obvious?
You could park, so there's like a turnaround for semis down at the far end. You could go down there. There were no like street lamps or anything that you saw there. It was just kind of like a turnaround.
Perfect.
So you could
How
go
far
there.
away is it from the gate, though? Because if she pulls up, we got to get up there before she gets in.
Well, Ronnie can stand
Maybe a couple hundred feet.
Ronnie can stand up at the other end, invisible, and just
Mm-hmm.
text Anya when this chick shows up.
And you can go shadowy.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna hit her with the car, I think.
Oh. I've rolled up my window, by the way, and I've leaned forward because I'm assuming you two are in the front seat again. I lean forward, I lean over, and I'm like, guys, I screwed up.
Why? How?
I told Ragnar that he would never fit into the guard uniform, and now he thinks he has a dad bod. I mean, a bear. I mean, maybe, but also like, how do I fix this? I've impacted his self-image. How do you deal with it, Ronnie? And I like stare at her.
Oh God. And I'm the one that's supposed to be cruel to people right now.
No, he said, what would they do if a bear showed up?
Through.
I mean, it's good to learn more about him, but I just...
Yeah, I guess we don't know that he can do that.
Yeah. I haven't seen it happen, right? Have you?
No.
No.
You haven't done it yet.
I haven't even seen it happen.
You know that we're all going to get jumped by werewolves in the middle of all this and just die horribly, so it's all good.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Amazing.
All of our planning is going to be for
Go
naught as
straight
we...
out the window. Yeah.
Yep.
So they're already here.
So, speaking of hitting her with a car, can I stay in the car then too?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Cool. Ronnie texts me. I text her when the car hits, and she doesn't hear that. And where's Ragnar gonna be?
We know what kind of vampire she is, right?
I don't know. Have Ragnar.
You know that she's a gangrel because that's what the prince is.
Yeah, so she might be tough. She might break my car. Never mind. We won't hit her.
Well, that's not what I was
We'll
thinking.
just have to pull up and jump out and grab her.
Ooh. Okay, so Ragnar was talking about turning into a bear. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Ragnar is gangrel. Honor
Is it
bear?
Could be.
Honor wolf?
Be...
Honor not look like she's supposed to, and we're not going to grab her because we're not expecting.
I think we're
A furry?
overthinking this.
I don't think you can overthink this.
Still think we should take over the gate. Have somebody in the booth that would fit into a uniform.
Help if I look at her stat block at some point here.
I mean, I
we
could
don't
probably get
need
in the
stat
booth,
blocks.
but they might notice.
Oh, but if we
Someone
take
said
it-
in chat, like, hitting a moose, and I'm just imagining that's like Otter's is like, she's such a good girl. She turns into a moose.
Oh my god.
A vampire
Isn't it like a
moose.
Patronus where you know how good or bad somebody is based on what animal they turn into?
And now I want to be a vampire moose.
That would be epic.
If Killian was Gangrel, he'd just turn into an asshole.
Okay, do you want me to take the guy in the booth out?
I think it would, yeah, if we take him out and replace him with one of us, then it's not as conspicuous
Poor
that
Phil.
we're all rushing the gate.
Yep, that works fine. I go up to the gate. I park down in the roundabout, and then I walk up to the gate.
Okay.
Assuming he's alone.
Yeah, it's nighttime. There's only one guy in the booth. And he sees you come up, and he says, like, he kind of recognizes you from the last time that you were here.
Absolutely.
And he says, hey, you here to see Matt again?
And I just cold cock him because I want to hurt somebody anyways.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he's a human, so.
Yep. So I'm going to engage my potence so that I do aggravated damage to humans.
Oh no.
Okay.
He was a human.
And I'm gonna punch his front fucking teeth out. Hopefully.
So he's dead?
Oh, and you don't even show up on the cameras either, so they're just gonna see this dude's teeth go flying.
Well, they'll see something. They'll see a blur or something. If there's a camera specifically
all
on
over
his booth.
again.
There's a camera that's pointed at the gate.
Oh.
I'm thinking,
So-
if I had thought of this ahead of time, I'd be like, carry a brick or something, so it looks like at least a brick went flying through.
How far away is the gate? How far away is the camera from the gate?
Like 15 feet in the air.
Okay. So 4 meters, I would be close enough to it.
Yes. Like, wait a minute. I'm gonna convert here.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to do a rouse check. I'm going to use my arms of airman, and basically the shadows up there will reach and crawl and turn into like tentacles wrapping around the camera, and then just turn it away.
Okay.
And I have not.
Yeah.
used
So
this.
you watch for a little bit as it just slowly like rotates. Okay, and your rouse check's good. All right.
Yes. So, I mean, if you want, I can make a check, but I'm pretty sure they're strong enough to do that because I can lift people off the ground with them and everything.
Yeah.
And I have not used them yet, so I do that so the camera's not on us, and then I walk in. And when he says, hey, I just cold cock him, I smash it. Do you want me to
smash his teeth
do you want
in?
me to
Okay.
roll?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna call in the power of the blood as well for an extra 2 dice.
I want to see if you just like
Oh my god, dude.
straight up kill him or not.
Can I do brawl strength on this?
Yeah.
And +2 because I called in my blood.
There's a band called Vampire Moose.
Apparently.
Oh,
I googled
shit.
vampire moose.
I rolled horrible, so I'm going to spend a willpower.
Okay.
So
Okay,
I
okay,
get 2
so
successes.
You succeed. Yeah, you managed to just like you lean in and you just knock him right out.
Does he go out?
Yeah. I would say with like you've got enough power behind you that you probably knock him straight out.
Because my damage would be
He's just a dude.
my damage would be 2. My
He's just a
potence
dude.
would be another 1, so 3 aggravated damage. It might not be enough to knock him out. I'll let you decide.
3 aggravated?
Mm-hmm.
What's this dude's health?
Well, he probably
Mine's 4.
Was
I mean,
he a
he's
human?
just like a regular guy.
Okay. So yeah, maybe only 3. Like that if he has 2 stamina, right? Oh no. Yeah,
Hold on, I'm looking.
I don't think it's enough. I rolled horrible. On top of that, it's a bestial. Well, it's not a bestial failure because I have successes. I don't know
Because
why.
you re-rolled it, but
Yeah, but I don't know why it's showing a bestial failure there because I do have a success. I think it's because I didn't get 2 successes, but with 2 successes, that would be a
Not a
Yeah.
bestial failure.
no. I mean, if you're letting us knock him out, I'm fine with that.
yeah, I mean, with 3 aggravated damage, I'm pretty sure that would just knock him out. I'm just trying to double check here.
Yeah, I don't know how it
would
wouldn't.
mean he
It
only
just
has
says that he's like a regular human.
Yeah,
like
it would mean he only has a 3 health pool. So
Well, I have 4, and I'm kindred, so
if you don't have a stat block for him, I can certainly find one.
I don't have a stat block for him. He's just like a regular dude. So I'm gonna say you knock him out.
Okay.
Then
before I put his clothes on because
Ryan decreased your next difficulty for you too.
Oh, okay. Well, before I put his clothes on, I'm gonna feed on him.
Okay. What are you at right now? Actually, I want you to roll me a frenzy check anyways
4.
because of your compulsion. So
sorry. Am I making a hunger frenzy check or a fury frenzy check?
if you're feeding on him, it's a hunger frenzy check.
Okay. Sorry. There we go. Frenzy. Where is my frenzy check? Sorry, new character sheet, and I should know this, but there it is. Resist frenzy. And the DC while feeding at level 4, I think is 3.
Yeah, I believe so. I think I just saw that. Okay. So you are just so
I'm in
wound up from the evening.
Yeah.
That you by the time you're done with him.
Yeah, can I just ride the wave on this? There's something called riding the wave when you go into frenzy.
Okay.
Didn't the difficulty get decreased though? Because of Ryan?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah. So you would have succeeded then.
Okay, that's good. That's probably for the best because he's dead otherwise.
Okay.
Poor Phil. Okay. Didn't even have a stat block. At least he had a name.
Yeah. So you are able to. I would say you're able to reduce your hunger.
So if I do a harmful feed, which is what I'm going to do,
which is what 2,
3,
or is that 3?
I can do up to 4, and it's one per to do a regular feed would be the entire scene, and I don't have time for that. So I can do a harmful drink, which does aggravated damage equals the hunger slate. So I think I am going to kill him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you already heard him.
Yep. Yeah, because if he's already at.
Well, this will be bad, but I do it anyways.
Okay.
Dead men tell no tales.
That's all happening inside the booth, and the rest of you don't really know anything about it.
I think even if we did, I wouldn't do anything because I don't want to be on camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to be like invisible in the dark between the gate and the car.
Okay.
With a good
So you would be on the far side of the gate then. Like the street, sorry, I'm not picturing this very well. So the gate's in the middle, the turnaround is down on one end, and like she would be coming from the far end.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So you would want to be on the other side?
Other side of the gate. Yeah.
Okay.
So can I
cover along the sorry.
Do I have the 4 turns to do this in?
Yeah, I would say yes, because you've got a little bit of time yet before she's due to be here. Like, she's not supposed to be here till midnight. So if you're gonna do that, yeah, you probably do end up killing him.
I have to make a rouse check for this, by the way.
Okay.
And then I
make your rouse check. Okay, you're good.
then I pop up and I look very refreshed, calm. The hunger pains are all gone.
Is there any cover along the road coming up here, or is it like just like an open?
It's like an industrial park, so there's really not a lot around.
Okay.
But so Ronnie, you're invisible, and like as it's starting to get closer to midnight, can I have you make me an awareness wits check, please?
Okay.
As you're out there keeping watch.
How do I keep killing people?
5.
I don't know.
How do you keep?
man?
Do we hear you say that out loud?
No.
No, you guys aren't anywhere. Like, you're a couple hundred
I
feet
know.
away at this point.
You're in the car still, right?
I believe that was my plan, but he was supposed to be in there too. So I'm trying to figure out what I would do.
Like, how big is
Is
the
the-
gate post? Like, is it like a big station that you're inside?
No,
of,
it's like
you know?
it's like the toll booth between the States and Canada.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
Is it
If
before
you're-
the gate?
Yeah, it's on the outside.
Before you leave, if I'm staying with the car, I would ask for the keys.
I thought Ragnar. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
You give them up?
I gave
You would
them
have
to you.
still been in your bad mood beforehand.
I know, but I would have
Yeah.
wanted to hurt this guy and my hunger.
Yeah.
So I was just like, there was no other choice. It was just you and me in the car, right? So
Yeah.
Where's
Well, and
where's
I would-
Ragnar on his bike?
I mean, if the booth is big enough, I would just probably hunker down behind it.
Oh my god.
No.
If not, then I'd have to be, I guess.
You
Out of
could
sight
be like
somewhere.
so like where Ronnie is supposed to be. You could be sort of like diagonally across the street. There is sort of like an old parking lot there that has a couple of like those big industrial sized dumpsters in it. You could
Okay.
kind of hide over there.
Yeah, I'll park the bike in between the dumpsters and stay out of
that's smart.
sight.
Okay. It'll give you a little bit of cover then. Okay.
Uh,
So
I got.
Don't worry, I know how to drive.
5.
I'll bring the car up when your hands are full with her, and it'll be fine. It'll all be fine. Maybe.
I can't hear you right now, so I'm just standing in the booth like a good.
No, that's what she says when she goes to ask for
Oh.
the keys from you. So
Yeah, okay. And I change into the guard's shirt, but not his
Okay.
pants.
okay. So you all get set up. And you said a 5. Okay.
5,
So
6,
Ronnie, you're outside, and actually Ragnar, can you do that as well? Awareness wits for me, since you're outside.
Sure. Awareness. Wits. Oh, look
Okay.
at
So both of you here, coming from the far end of the island. So Jones Island is not that big. It's like, I think, 4 miles total. It's really not that big.
Okay.
You hear from the very far end where Grant Park is. You hear howling,
Great.
but it's a long ways away.
Okay.
that. Full moon tonight.
It's fine.
Ronnie, as you're keeping watch, eventually you do start to see there are 2 figures that are slowly approaching. One of them you recognize as the girl from the church.
no.
The other one you recognize from the pictures is Honor. They come up to about
I'm gonna text you and tell you that, Anya.
okay.
It's
So
church lady and Honor are here. What are we gonna do about it?
You watch as you text real quick You watch as they get to about maybe what would be the equivalent of like a block away. And they stop and they seem to be having a conversation with each
Let me get
other.
closer to hear what they're
Okay.
saying.
Okay, so you creep up. Can I have you roll me a
I'm
stealth? Did you
hiding
use your thingy
to-
already?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you
but also
creep
I'm
up.
hiding because I don't know if the more powerful anarch lady has the ability to
The ability to see. Okay. So yeah, you creep up and as you get close enough, like you just kind of catch the tail end of their conversation, where the woman that you have sort of figured out is an anarch, she says, don't worry, Honor, once you get to Michigan City, Tyrone will be there to meet you. He'll get you to Indianapolis. And then from there you can go wherever it is you need to go. And Honor says, like Honor, you can just like you can see even from this distance, like Honor is a huge ball of nerves. She looks terrified out of her mind at this point, and which is unusual for a kindred for one thing. But she thanks her and she says, thank you, Keisha, so much. You've been so much help. And when I get there, I'll check in with them or when I get there, I'll check in with them and if there's anything I can do to help in the future, thanks for getting me out of here. And the woman, she's like, don't worry about it. It's fine. We got this. But get out of here and get somewhere safe. And then the two of them, they hug, and then the anarch leaves back the way that she came.
Great. That's what I was hoping.
Oh, thank God.
Perfect.
And
Church
then
Lady
Honor starts
Keisha is
walking
leaving.
in your direction.
Great. I'm gonna get behind her.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell them that I'm behind her. And she's coming.
If I can see where Ragnar's sort of like hiding and we can see her coming, I'm like motioning with my head, like, okay, you have at you.
Okay. So yeah, you sort of get in behind her, and she's walking up, and as she kind of goes past you, you can see she just looks scared.
I'm gonna make sure the lady is still going away also.
Yeah. Yep. She's still walking, and she gets to sort of like a point where the lights kind of go out and then you don't see her anymore after that.
Okay. Don't like that, but
Nope.
what are you gonna do? I think at this point I'm gonna text them and be like, it's now or never, gang.
Sorry, I don't know what this is.
I'm in the car, so in my mind, she's like the getaway driver. She would have like her hands on the keys, ready to start the car, drive up when you have her to toss her in.
Be ready to pop the trunk too.
Yeah. The trunk might already be popped and like ready.
Okay.
I'm gonna get ready to grab her ankles and pull them out from under her as soon as Ragnar gets close enough to grab her.
Okay. Ragnar, and you're running at her? Or like what's the plan here? Like what is everybody else doing?
I feel like Ragnar leads the ambush, so I'm just watching him.
Yeah, I mean, how close am I to the road?
100 feet? Not even?
Oh, I might just start to saunter out and see what her reaction is, and then be ready to pounce. I'll have my eyes of the beast engaged, just in case.
Okay.
Now,
yeah,
having engaged that, I don't know how far I can see, but do I see Church Lady hiding in the dark anywhere?
Nope. You don't see anybody.
All right.
The only thing that you notice is that as you sort of start approaching, she stops, and looks at you, and then seeing your eyes are glowing red, her eyes start to glow red.
How close are you?
I was 100 feet, and then I started walking, so I'm assuming.
We
Maybe
missed
the-
an
when you
opportunity
get
here
within,
for
like-
Ragnar to bluff he's a brother. Like, he's also the son of...
Mm.
Anyways, continue. Just occurred to me.
So as I'm approaching,
she stops and she she's got her hands on the straps of her bag, and she just kind of stops and she looks at you, and you can tell she is debating on
Cattail.
running.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
I
the
know.
cattail. That was spectacular timing.
Yes, Pasta has amazing timing, but you can tell she has sort of that
Fight or
scared
flight?
animal deer
Yeah.
in the headlights look going on.
Hands are in front of her ankles, and I'm ready to pull back.
You're a hard one to find.
Who are you? You can see she it's like she's almost ready to take a step backwards.
Fellow gangrel looking for somebody who's in over their head.
Did Mark send you?
Who's Mark? I'm
Isn't
from-
Mark-
To you. She doesn't believe that you don't know who that is.
I'm in the
I'm
booth,
from out of
just
town.
going, hit her. Hit her.
I'm still slowly approaching, non-threatening, yeah, I just I heard you were trying to get out of town, and I just got out of my own situation, and I'm here to help.
It is so
I-
good that Anya can't hear this because
I
she's like,
need-
"Are you hitting on her?"
I need a persuasion manipulation roll after that.
Do you really?
Come on.
Yes.
Come
Are you sure?
on.
While he
Yeah.
rolls that,
Roll so high.
does the guard have a gun, or is he just a gate guard?
He's got a taser.
Shit, I'll take that. Just hit her.
That's coming
If-
next.
If you hit her after this, if Anya heard this, again, I'm not, but if Anya heard this and then saw you hit her, she'd be like, "I'm still not sure if you're flirting with her." I'm getting caveman vibes.
Very clearly, she does not believe that you A, don't know who Mark is, and B, that you're there to help.
Come on, I got the Riz. We're good with this.
Oh my god, please don't say that.
Everything's skibbity. Let's go.
No, bro. No, bro.
What?
Listen,
We've
this is
already
not
talked.
Ohio.
My Riz is higher than yours, so you.
Oh my god. Boy. This is Skippity Toilet Man.
Oh my
Yes, I
God.
have an 11-year-old.
I
So yeah,
You mean
I'm
you
gonna-
are an 11-year-old?
Well,
don't know
yes.
any children, and some of the words you're throwing out make no sense.
It's okay. If you knew children, it still makes no
Yeah,
sense.
it still makes no sense. Sigma, Ohio.
Oh god.
Okay,
Yep.
so
Ah.
at this point, that she steps backwards.
I'm charging as soon as she steps backwards because I know I don't have any bluff game.
Okay, so, oh God, how does?
So does she
this
trip
go?
over Ronnie when she steps back?
Mhm.
No, actually, what happens is she literally just sinks into the ground.
Oh, she's one of those.
I can't
Oh,
grab her
she's
legs
one of those.
You can, oh God,
to stop
go
her.
ahead and roll me.
My hands were already in front of her legs.
Yes, so I'm gonna say go ahead and roll me athletics, dexterity, because you're trying to catch her.
Okay. I can do that. Four.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
managed to get a hold of her just as she's about waist deep,
Oh,
No, you
and
don't.
so she's and at this point she's trying to fight you off.
I sense an uppercut coming.
I'm keeping my head low. So you can-
But like she obviously can't see you, Ronnie, but she can feel that you've got a hold of her. And as Ragnar is like running at her, she is just yelling, "It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault."
I think now that Ronnie has made contact with her, Ronnie can be seen.
Really? Oh.
I think so.
I don't know how your invisibility power thingy works now.
But I'm not even sure she could mold into the earth here unless she's on grass, because I don't think she can do it through concrete.
Is it okay? It didn't like specify in the.
But like,
thing that
you're
I-
more than welcome to
yeah.
say she was on dirt. I'm because
Yeah, she could have been on the shoulder.
exactly. So you're using unseen passage, right?
Yeah, it says if the
Oh,
observer
never
has
mind.
their
She
attention drawn
couldn't-
to the user. So
she couldn't
yes, she
because
would.
blacktop. It says in here blacktop blocks it. So never mind. Because she was on the road, so yeah, she wouldn't be able to do this. Never mind. You just get a hold of her ankles then.
Yeah. If she's trying to run, I'm tripping her.
I was gonna say
you
maybe she
basically just,
panics and tries it and it fails.
You basically just like when she realizes she can't do it, she tries to run. You have a hold of her ankles, and she just like falls.
I'm going to use. I've got a grappling specialty for my brawl, so I'm going to use that. I don't know if that gives me extra dice or whatever, but I'm going to.
As soon as
Okay.
Yeah,
Ragnar seems like
for
he
instance,
has
a
her-
vampire blocking a doorway cannot maintain obfuscate against someone walking through it. Likewise, violent actions
Yeah.
jeopardize the facade. So,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm out and proud.
Yeah, she's just trying to get away from
Right.
you, and like it's just the entire time she's just yelling that it wasn't her fault.
Yeah, I'm coming out of the booth and waving up El Drivo, like, get you. Also, I have a body over my shoulder when I come out of the booth.
You better explain what that means and explain it fast. What do you mean by it's not your fault?
She like
I'm like sitting on top of her now.
Vroom, vroom, car driving towards you. Because if I was there, I'd say
says-
don't say anything.
She says, I always had to feed when he was around. He told me I couldn't. I messed up. It was. And like the stuff she's saying just isn't making any sense. Like she's so out of her mind at the moment that like it just doesn't make sense.
Let her calm down.
She
Maybe
is
she's gonna explain herself
Full out
later.
panicking.
Vroom.
I'm
Who,
throwing.
which body's going in the trunk?
I'm throwing the dead body in the trunk,
Okay.
but I'm not closing the trunk. Let's get her in here. I'm like, Ragnar,
Jeez,
get her
that's-
in.
I'll help you.
What kind of car do you drive, Killian?
It's an antique.
I
It
believe it
looks
was a
sort of-
76
Chevelle,
Charger.
wasn't it? Or Charger. It's got a big trunk.
It does
That's not
not
what I'm
have a
wondering about.
safety
It's
lock
basically
open.
the general.
Okay.
It's basically the General Lee from the Dukes of Hazzard, but it's black.
It's before the trunk release emergency things happened.
Okay. That's just what I was double checking. Okay.
I assume that that's why he was like, I need an old car for all of the bodies.
All right. So you throw the dead body in there.
Yeah.
Ragnar has a hold of Honor, and Ronnie is sitting on Honor.
Like, remember,
So
to
what are the
humans,
two of
this
you
is going to
doing?
look like you just abducted a woman. So get her in the car quick.
She's in.
Okay.
I'll help her
You
in.
throw her in the
I'll
trunk.
help him get her in.
It's too bad she
Close lid.
wasn't a wolf, and then it would look like we were just doing a public service.
Exactly. Can I think I look at Ragnar like I think we need to knock her out.
All right, I can oblige. Unless you want the honors.
Oh, well, I'll certainly help if you need me to.
Do you have any stakes?
I laugh at that because I think you're trying to be funny. I'm like, ha! You want the honors? That's funny.
Can we-
That's right.
Like, if she's in the trunk, can we just wail on her until she goes out?
Sure. Hold on, I have to look at.
Just to push this a little darker, like I'll use the tire iron if I have to.
I just got 5 successes on a brawl strength. I'm assuming that's what I would use to punch her.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, remind me how that works against like her health.
So she would fight back with brawl strength if if she's able to block. If you feel like she's able to block and move, she can fight back with brawl strength or brawl dexterity if you think that's more the case. If she's rolling with it, and then for every success he beats her by, he inflicts a wound level. And then she being a vampire, if it's just fists, she being a vampire reduces that by half.
So she got, sorry.
She got 2 successes.
Yeah.
So Ragnar got three over her, so he does 3 damage.
Which she halves.
Which she halves down to 2. And it's not aggravated, it's just slashes.
I didn't want to... I could use my feral weapons next time, but I didn't think I'd
No, I don't think we want to do that. I think the prince would get pretty pissy about that.
That's what I figured.
I wince when I see this.
You maybe only see it out of the mirrors of the car because you're on the driver's seat, right?
I am with the seat moved up as far as it can go, so I can reach the pedals.
And it's a bench
and
seat.
I've adjusted all the knobs.
Great.
I'm gonna be watching out the back to see if
I don't know. Can we just keep hitting her?
Yeah. So because the way the combat is 3 and done, right? Like,
yeah.
You guys would have one more round. So yeah, you could hit her again. She would try to block it.
Don't you both get a brawl?
Yeah, if you're both doing it, you can.
Can we both hit her this time?
Yeah. I guess you could have last time too.
Bastards getting his shit. Okay, I'll hit her too. I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna do a rouse check for blood strength to empower the blood.
I got 5 successes again. Or sorry, 3 successes.
Okay. She got 3 successes that time.
Okay, and I'm using my prowess ability to put potence behind the hit.
And just so this scene where you beat a woman unconscious in the trunk isn't too dark, the wipers go at one point and then stop, and then the radio turns on and it's like, it's Brittany, bitch. Like, just...
Hit me, baby, one more time?
Yeah.
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 Dang, dude.
So you got 3. So she got 3. Oh, you got 2 more. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to say that you are able to knock her out.
It would be more than... Because there's 2 10s now. We can't hear you, Jared.
Yeah, it's 7 successes I got.
7 successes. Okay, yeah. So
and then whatever damage I inflict, I do an extra point of damage because I get to add half. I get to add half my potence because of my prowess ability.
So how much total damage did you do?
8.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, you definitely knock her out. Even with just that, you knock her out. She's only got 6. So I'm gonna say that you managed that, like between the 2 of you, you managed to knock her out.
Okay, and I had to make 2 rouse checks, 1 to call the power of my blood up, and 1 for prowess, and both of them made me hungrier. So thank gosh I killed that guy. So her and the dead body are in the trunk.
Yes.
All right, let's get a hold of JW and let's get her delivered.
I jump in the passenger seat, and I've never felt more uncomfortable as little Miss Bobsy Twin drives us away.
Oh,
On his
while you're doing that, did you get a little bloodied with that impact and such? Like, is some of her blood splattered on you?
I would say both Ronnie, or not both Ronnie, but both Ragnar and Killian have blood on them for sure. And Killian for sure has blood on him from killing that dude.
Okay. I would be climbing out of the front seat and like hitting things on the way out, like turn signals turn on and things like this. Climbing into the back seat.
Okay,
and then I would reach over to you, and I'd be like, sorry, this is nothing other than what it is. And I would just like take your hand and like lick the blood, because I want her blood. I want to do the
Honor's
thingy on her blood. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. Remind me what it is you're doing. You're getting you're doing the resonance. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah. Oh, it's not on my new sheet.
No, it's with her blood sorcery. She can know things about
Yeah.
Just to make this extra creepy, I'm just gonna let you lick my hand.
Oh,
because I'm kind of feeling the violence here. I feel like Killian's like, this has been a very successful evening for us.
I'm gonna lick my hand while I watch.
And Ronnie fades to black
with just this face of.
What the fuck?
Ragnar, what is your hunger at right now?
2.
2? Okay.
Yeah, what am I trying to do? I am trying to do drive. Kill my blood sorcery.
I am driving.
Okay. Good.
I'm being licked, but
I'm to like adjust your seat back into place and then.
Yeah, I'm being licked while I drive. I'm cool with that.
I'm following behind.
Are you being like reckless
unlocked.
as you drive? Or are you just trying to like...
I'm watching for what's her face so we can run her over.
I don't know what you mean reckless, but I'm driving swiftly. But not to the...
Would you attract attention of people whose job it is to notice?
If I see Church later, I'll give her a boot while we ride.
But I'm being efficient.
I was gonna say.
I'm being efficient. Like I'm taking... Not necessarily direct.
Can I have you do a drive dexterity then?
Oh, yes, of course. This will go badly.
Okay. And then, I'm sorry, Anya, what is it what kind of information do you get from this now?
Yeah, sorry, I'm just double checking that because, of course, it's not on my new sheet, so that's my fault.
I only got 1 success.
Okay.
I can't spend willpower because...
I'm going to say that, so, like, you managed to keep it on the road mostly, but as you're, like, coming around the corner just a little too fast, and you swipe the back quarter panel of your car on, like, a dumpster, and it, like, scratches the shit out of the back end of your car.
Dang it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you need someone else to drive while you're being licked?
No.
Jeez. Get it together. And I look at Anya too. You too.
The user dabs the blood on their tongue and makes a resolve blood sorcery check. Difficulty is 3. Tasting vitae also determines the relative blood potency. They can also identify whether the blood belongs to a mortal, a ghoul, or a vampire. They can identify the supernatural creature if it's not kindred. Tasting vitae also determines the relative blood potency. A critical win also reveals whether the subject has ever committed diablerie and the generation within one.
Okay, so go ahead and make your check then.
Okay, where was that in the core rulebook again?
I don't know. I just searched blood sorcery in our compendium, and then this is the level 1 a taste of blood ability. It's free. It's free. You just need to make a resolve and blood sorcery roll.
Yes, which I don't have.
Which should be on your...
So it should say resolve. Go to resolve first, and then pick discipline.
Okay.
Does it let you do that?
I do not know why this new sheet is so hard for me to find.
You might.
Which is funny because it's the old sheet.
You might actually have to roll. You might actually have to roll. Yeah, you'd have to click open the ability with the little dice, and then you would have to pick the attribute. You'd have to pick discipline.
Hold on. Sorry, and if your character sheet moves around, it's just me.
Yep, that's fine. I don't have it in here for some reason. Blood sorcery. Okay, adding it. Maybe. No. Oh, I gotta put it back in the thingy to add it.
Yeah, it's tricky to get it to add it. But you can there is a way at the top of the ability to add the discipline plus the skill, or sorry, the attribute of. Can you see?
Okay, I added it.
Did you see it?
Yep.
There's like two. You have to add one on the top, one on the bottom, and then there's a roll.
Okay. Yep.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I can see it. Yep. Okay, so go ahead and roll it then.
Right. I have no dots in it, right?
No, you should have at least one dot in blood sorcery to have the blood sorcery ability.
Okay, and then it is my discipline, blood sorcery, and skill is resolve.
Or
Right.
attribute resolve. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Perfect. All right. Doing this live. Spectacular. Good job. No modifier. And difficulty 3. I know. We got this.
Oh my
It's
gosh,
only
you
our
got
5th
it.
session.
Nice roll.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay.
You almost crit
Okay.
it.
So, you find out. So you get to know her blood potency. You said that's one of the things.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, I did
blood
that with
potency
like
is
Tessa, right?
2.
Her blood potency's 2.
Holy
Yep.
What?
Her blood potency is 2.
The prince is a 1?
No. Potency is different. Potency is like when we.
Oh, yes.
Potency dictates
Sorry,
like
yeah.
when you engage powers, how powerfully they trigger.
Okay, so she's slightly more powerful than us. Yes. Sorry.
Yes.
I was thinking like her generation was 2, and I was like, holy crap.
No,
I don't
her
think
generation
I don't
is
think you.
10th.
I'm not sure she gets
Okay.
generation, but
I think I do, because I got that
only if
before
you
with
crit.
Tessa.
You have to crit.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
Well,
okay, and then I'm sorry. What else do you get? Blood potencies 2.
And she knows she's a vampire.
yeah.
That's pretty obvious.
That's it.
Okay. And then, do you get a resonance from the blood too?
No, she has to feed to get
Okay.
resonance.
Okay. All right. Cool. So yeah.
Thank you.
She is definitely a vampire, and yeah. So
I'll use one of my phones to text JW and let him know we're on our way.
okay. He tells you to go. Sorry, I gotta find the name of the location.
Yeah, Alice. We're on our way. Where are we going?
He tells you to go to. What's the name of the place?
Hey, maybe this is too late, but since we were just both pounding away on her in the back, can I make sure that the gangrel did more damage than me?
Sure.
Thanks.
But I didn't.
Okay. Did you
But-
not do more damage than me?
No, because she blocked my second one. I did 2 damage the first time,
Shit.
or
Okay.
3
well.
damage.
Yeah, and then
just
she
You're not
did
throwing
3
me
though.
under the bus.
I like that you saw that coming. Well done, Ragnar. Well
Fuck
done.
you, Killian. I'm pretty,
Alright.
but I'm also smart once in a while.
Want to point
Okay,
out,
so he-
I did not damage her.
He tells you to bring her to the top floor of the Hyatt Hotel across from the Baird Center.
I tell them that.
How are we
I
supposed to
told
get her
you
up
that.
there without anybody seeing it?
Do you text that back?
That's what I say from the driver's seat. I'm like, how are we supposed to get her in there without anybody seeing her?
Is all text back? Is there a back entrance?
Have a luggage
Service
cart waiting.
elevator, something.
Service
You
elevator.
get
etc.
back. Is she still alive?
I text back. Of course she is.
Oh, I thought you were going to be snippy and
you
be
should be like, no, she's
technically
a
none of us
vampire,
are.
you idiot.
Yeah.
But I will say it might be problematic if some random human sees us forcing a young woman into an elevator. Is all I'm saying.
He just texts you back. Don't worry about that part.
Cool. That means the
What? We gotta
Okay.
take.
that means the
stairs?
Someone's
hotel.
gonna
No,
meet
the
us.
hotel
What
is
does that mean?
the hotel is probably
Yeah.
yeah.
What was she wearing? Was she wearing a hoodie?
She's wearing. Yeah, so she was wearing like jeans Like a t-shirt with a gray hoodie over the front of it, and like a jean jacket over that.
I'm like, just pull her hood up. We pretend that she had too much. Oh no, it's
Yeah.
such a party.
We weekend at Bernier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever that is that you're talking about.
Okay, so why don't we take a
Looks
break
like
there
yoga-
real quick
yoga
before we
backpack.
do
I'll
this
carry her
part?
up there.
I was gonna say, I know what that is. Anya does not.
Do we have a regular adult-sized baby Bjorn?
No, but we should invest in one.
We should
Oh my god.
put her on my
Especially
back
if
like
you're gonna
Yoda.
keep
and I'll
killing
just go
people.
up the stairs.
Okay,
I'm so
Well,
glad
after
this is a
now
horror
we can
game.
afford to.
right?
Sorry.
So let's take our break there real quick, and then we can do the scene with
Okay. Let's
the prince.
let's do the break. We'll be right back.
Okay, so when you reach the Hyatt, you sort of pull up to the front of the building where JW is actually outside waiting for you.
Not at
And
all nervous.
I look around for cameras and like if we just pull her out of the trunk now, how many people are going to see it?
there are no cameras that you can see.
Why don't we leave her in the trunk and just take the dead body? Switch the clothes.
There are, you would expect, so the Baird Center itself is very busy, like at all hours of the day. The Baird Center is very busy. The hotel that's sort of across the street, and actually it connects with like a skywalk.
Okay.
There are no cars here. There's like nothing at the moment.
Well, I just look at him. I go, she's in the trunk.
And he, he looks at you and he says, okay, how messed up is she?
Ragnar hit her pretty hard.
And then you dummied her, idiot.
She's not conscious.
Okay.
She was after I hit her.
Well, let's get her inside. The security will take her from there.
So you want me to open the trunk right here?
He kind of looks around. Yes.
Okay.
Unless he planned to back the car in the building.
I thought there was maybe underground parking or something.
Shouldn't we take her to the prince?
No, and like you're
security?
far enough away that you can't really, like, nobody's gonna see you where you are. There's like
Okay.
an overhang, and
I open the trunk
Mhm.
and I pull her out.
He doesn't approach the trunk. He lets you take her out.
Okay. I don't care if he sees the body. And then I close the trunk.
Okay. So he leads you back in through the doors, and at this point there are two guys in suits that basically take honor from you.
Yeah, she might be in torpor, actually. I never thought of that. If we put her right... If we went right through all her health with slashes and then right through again...
You didn't go all the way through. So you did 10
Okay.
damage total,
Yeah.
and she had 6.
So she would have 12.
She's fucked
We'd have to do
up,
12.
but-
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. Oh, good. That's good. I like smile when I see her like that.
Mhm. She's fucked up, but not in torpor yet. So,
Okay.
but yeah, so you hand her off, and like pretty much the entire time, because she is still conscious. If she's not in torpor, she's still conscious, right?
Yes, she is.
No, she's.
Yeah.
Oh.
So if she was all... So she'd have all
She was
slashes.
in- yeah.
So which means she would currently be in what's called impaired. She would be impaired.
Yeah.
Which means she has a dice penalty on all physical stats.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
so she's
then-
pretty.
She would be darn close to going to torpor, though. But not all. She's not.
Yeah. Okay. So pretty much the entire time that like you guys have her and then handing her off to the security guys, she just keeps saying over and over again, "It's not my fault."
I elbow Killian.
What?
Does she ever explain more than that?
Aren't you supposed to tip the bag people?
Oh, shut up.
What? We're at a hotel.
JW says, "Please come with me," and then leads
Will
you
my
to the
car be okay
elevators.
here?
Your car will be fine.
Okay.
Did she ever say anything more than that?
No.
Or did she just say it's not my fault?
I'm gonna check out the
No, she
damage.
just kept repeating
I'm gonna check
that.
out the damage on the car.
You're gonna have to replace the back quarter panel.
I think I need to dump my car, actually. I'm not really happy about it, but okay. Let's go upstairs.
Okay. So you go to the top floor where there is so at the top of the Hyatt there is a rotating restaurant. And the only person that's in here is Decker.
No shit.
And he's seated sort of by himself.
I'm not. How bad? I try to make sure. Well, I've got blood on me.
Mm-hmm. He invites you all to join him at the table that he's at. And like, he has a glass of wine in front of him, but obviously you can see like he hasn't touched it. It's just there for more like looks than anything.
Looks, even though no one else is here?
Hmm?
Even though no one else is here?
Yeah.
You
don't know if anybody was here beforehand, but yes.
I'm sorry,
Even
if I'm
though
the
there's
prince of a
nobody here
city, it will be a cup of blood. I'm just saying.
I don't think
so
you'd be a prince of a city.
You know. Do you all sit down?
Sure.
I kind of want to stay standing.
Okay.
I'll sit.
Okay.
Sit down. Don't be rude.
I just do like parade rest, like military style. Just like,
Okay. He kind of looks at each of you in turn, and then he says, so I'm told that you are the ones who brought Honor in. And did she say anything to any of you?
it's not my fault. That's what she said. Over and over. For 20 minutes.
She did say ow a couple times.
Well, it's just when Killian hit her.
Jeez.
He doesn't really react to any of that.
She'll heal.
And he says, so what have you learned? JW told me about a few things, but I would like the story from you.
The list is pretty long.
Well, lucky for you, it's dark.
You have a anarch within the city that belongs to the ministry.
That actually escorted Honor to the, well, basically right when we intercepted, she just left.
And she's no joke. She's perhaps not for you, sir, but she has a fair amount of power behind her abilities. She's not like us. There is a contingent of kindred that seem to be forming an uprising against you. They meet in the drainage tunnels on the island. And
He's listening to all this. Like, there's no real reaction to any of it. Like, he's very good at keeping his face sort of like neutral.
I'm going to throw the harpy under the bus. I don't care. I'm like, You're a harpy, and it's Anton. Well, he told me his name was Jesse, but it's Anton. Was a part of discussions, perhaps, of how they're going to revolt or flee the city. Those are sort of the big points.
And I have a recording of them.
Yes. Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I was not aware of that.
He looks at you, Anya. May I see it?
Of course, sir. And I like pull out my phone and I like go into my cloud and find the thing and press play, turn around and
Okay. So
And-
he watches, the video that you took, and again,
and
he really
it
doesn't
was before
react.
any of them were in it. So like it's
Yep.
before I took off, yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't really react. You don't see any sort of like it. If he recognizes anybody in the video, he doesn't say anything. The only thing, like when it finishes, he just says, thank you. Please send that to JW.
Of course. And we were going to get it to you as soon as we could. We just honor was our top priority, of course, because we knew that honor was an immediate concern and was going to bring this to you tonight one way or another.
Of course.
Just if I could sweat, it just
Yeah. All right. Anything else?
There may be a white in the sewers eating, destroying, kidnapping, disappearing.
Yes, we've heard rumors of this. That's a later problem.
Of course, sir.
He makes sure to look at each of you sort of in turn.
Was there supposed to be more, sir?
No, I'm just making sure I have all of the information.
As he looks at me, I feel compelled to just tell more. So I'm going to then be like,
this is coming from the guy who's like, nah. Go ahead. Tell us more.
I certainly don't want to tell you how to run your city or your house.
You just see Anya blanch as soon as you say that.
But wherever we inquired about your daughter, your child, the common theme was that she was a good kid. Do with that information as you will, but she seems to have endeared herself to a great many kindred of the city.
And you see he considers you for a minute. And then he says, anything else?
Do we tell him about Tessa or Ren or?
No, I don't think so, because I think well, I'm not going to, at least.
I can't decide if we should tell them about the FBI because technically they were looking for her partially from her family looking for her.
Yeah, but then the other person who was in on it was his other daughter, right?
Yeah, but they also were specifically looking for her, not just missing people.
Yeah, well, that's true. And then on top of that, there's the dude who was getting her out of town. Technically, works.
Oh yeah. We'll maybe bring that up. Is that
we already told
You did
JW,
that
but-
already.
but,
Yeah,
we
you told
told
JW about that
that's
already.
Right, that's right.
Yeah, but I'd pass that along too and be like, of course we told JW about how she was getting out of town.
in case JW didn't pass it along because I don't trust him.
Yeah. I don't trust anyone at this point.
I don't trust you guys.
And just as icing on the cake, the FBI was
And he
looking
would
for her, too.
he would already
I'll say that.
Yeah, he would already know about the video then that we gave to JW.
Yeah.
W as well.
Mhm.
Okay,
But we tell him that
I
his
won't bring that
other
up.
one of his other kids like has an FBI agent in their pocket and was aware of the video as well, right? That's what we deduced.
I don't know. I'm gonna let Ronnie take the lead.
All
on
Ronnie
this.
says is the FBI was looking for her too, and that's all I'm going to say.
And one of the FBI was in the know because of, and I would tell, she would remember the name.
When you say that Nakata is involved, that's sort of the only moment that he sort of gives you any kind of reaction at all.
I win
And
the facial
it's
poker
more of
game.
You what?
I win the facial poker game. I got him to react.
It's more of a look of like, he goes from very neutral to sort of like his brow furrows a little bit.
Mm.
And that's about all you get.
Yep.
And then he waits another moment to see if you guys have anything else that you need to say.
I look at everybody else like I just give you a knowing look like we've said enough. We don't need to dig our hole any deeper. If there's a hole, we're digging.
Yeah. And I don't think that there would have been that big of a pause between Anya telling him all this. It's just that I, the player, am like, oh yeah, what do we know?
Yep,
Oh yeah,
no,
that's what I know.
He says, well, if there's nothing else, you've said your piece. You've done your job. As agreed, the third ward is your territory to do with as you will, as long as you follow the laws of the land. I may have work for you in the future. And then, like, he kind of leans back and says, if there's nothing else, get out.
Ooh.
I get up.
I think Anya doesn't say anything else at this point.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
So JW escorts you out, like at least out of the restaurant that you guys are in.
Mhm.
And when you're in the moth got in here. When you are in the elevator, JW tells you, like he tells Anya that the information that you requested will be forwarded to you.
Which is about the cult of Isis?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
The information will be forwarded over to you. For Killian, he will get you in contact with Arjun. And for Ronnie, I have to look at my notes here. None of my stuff wants to load. For Ronnie, he tells you that
The date is on Thursday and to dress nice.
no.
What?
He tells you that the unhoused person that you were looking into was not killed by a werewolf like you thought. They think that it has something to do with the creature in the sewers. He doesn't have a lot more information than that, but he thinks it has something to do with that. At least all of their information has led them to that. Your best bet would be to go check out the storm drains in Grant Park. And then he tells you to be careful because there's werewolves in the park.
Perfect. Just what I wanted to hear. Thanks.
And so for Ragnar, you didn't really have anything that you like asked for
Other than stay in town?
Yeah, be accepted.
Yeah.
Find a
So,
home.
you know,
Join
like,
the crew.
yeah, he basically just tells you you have permission to reside in the city for as long as you see fit, and the hunting territory that you share with the others is, you know, yours to do with as the four of you see fit. So
All right.
Anya's really
Boy.
torn about asking for permission to leave. She kind of wants to see. She's worried that if she asks once shit hits the fan, that she's not going to be allowed to go, and it'll seem like she's running away from the Civil War. But at the same time, she has just moved up in the world a little bit. She's in the good graces, like things didn't implode, and as far as she knows, this group hasn't turned traitor.
Yet.
Notice
If you guys had-
I did not tell the prince I was going back to meet them in 2 days.
yeah.
Oh boy.
I was gonna say,
Um,
does Anya even know that? Like, was Anya part of that conversation?
No, that was like you were
No.
already back down the
I
tunnel. The only one who
wasn't.
knows that is Ronnie. Ronnie
And
and
Ragnar.
Ragnar.
And Ragnar.
No.
Yeah, but did you
So
guys
Anya
tell me?
doesn't know.
I don't know. I just told you guys that he said that he was referred to as Anton afterwards.
Yeah. And I tell you about the vision. No, I didn't tell you about the vision I had, did I? No, I didn't. I never told you guys about the vision.
Me and Ragnar can go back in 3 days, or 2 days now, and
See what happens.
yeah.
I'm sure the fact that you returned honor to him won't in any way affect how they accept you. I'm sure.
They don't
How
know.
would they know?
We just got granted a giant piece of territory. I don't know.
I fought a werewolf.
Actually, that's very believable.
Well, don't be strangers.
People are
What do you mean?
strange.
Don't be strangers. We are now co-owners, co-rulers, what do we want to call this?
We're a coterie.
Yeah,
As
but
you-
like,
As you come to the main floor, you guys are like JW leads you out of the elevator and through the lobby. And
What-
it's at this point that you see that Honor is in the lobby. And she is sorry. Hold on. Wrong thing here.
totally fine. We didn't even look her way. No concern at all. Nothing that'll
You-
plague our humanity.
Okay, so you can see that she
that?
is like slumped in one of the chairs. Like she's still conscious, but she is weeping. And like the lobby is pretty much empty at this, like there's nobody in the lobby. There's not even anybody behind the desk. But you can hear her crying as you go by. And JW literally pays no attention to her at all. If you
I kind
look
of
at her
mum-
or anything like that,
I'm like staring at her while we're walking out.
okay. So make me an awareness wits check as you like watch her, like you look at her as you go by.
As we're walking, I don't want to look her way, but I would like softly mumble underneath my breath and be like, I've never heard a corpse weep. I
Ronnie,
think
you
she's
can
dead.
see. So
She's
Ronnie,
dead.
you can see that Honor now sports the same mark that Ren has.
Cool.
That's it.
You know that makes her basically unwelcome in the city.
Yeah, but I don't get to eat her.
Unwelcome in the
she was
city,
already
but she
leaving
can't
it.
get out.
She's no longer protected by literally anything. Like this girl is.
Yeah.
Fair game.
But now she could potentially leave. Just freely.
If she can get out. Getting out's the problem though.
Right.
If
But
you share that,
JW
I'm kind of
escorts you
like,
outside.
why did we do all that then? Did anyone else feel like our job was pointless?
Wow. I didn't think you'd care.
I like
We
being
got
productive.
paid.
We got
Yeah,
what we wanted.
I know. I'm just feeling mildly unsatisfied.
I feel like there's still a mystery here to be solved.
Like what?
All right, Scooby-Doo.
Let's get in the mystery machine and go back to the park.
I'll say to JW, I'll be like, so that's it. She just gets marked a traitor.
In the eyes of Camarilla, she no longer exists. And you would do well to remember that.
I just...
Honestly, she's lucky he didn't execute her.
Yeah.
I
honestly wanted her
feel like
to like
that's what
have
Anya
like a
wants.
yeah. I wanted an excuse to like suck her dry. I want
Whoa.
to move up in like honestly, and like again, she broke the rules.
You
and
want
I
to
am like,
diablerize her?
yes.
That's breaking rules. Oh my god.
No.
Yes.
Not if she's blood hunted, right?
No, a diablerist
Even
is
diablerizing is still against the rules.
So now we have
It's-
this sympathetic face as a figurehead that's been ostracized from the Camarilla and has already made contacts with the Anarchs, and the rebels know,
I know.
her.
I know where you go with this.
Before you all sort of like before JW goes back inside, he tells you all, expect a message in a day or so. There will be a court
A
that
what?
you will be required to attend.
I'm
Do
sorry.
we know what that is? I probably don't.
You,
I had no one to
I
teach
would
me.
say you probably have no idea what that means, but Anya, you for sure would know. Like, it's a thing where the three judges are going to get together and like they're going to pass down a decision about something, and if you press JW about it, he tells you that they're going to be looking into the people under the island.
So it says here, diablerizing of blood hunt victims is now permitted by the Camarillion.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
Yeah.
So when he says that they're going to have this court about the people under the island in a couple of days, I look at Killian with like, do we tell him? Because we can get more info.
He's just like,
I feel like she's just going to go straight to the Anarchs.
it's at this point that JW bids you farewell and goes back inside.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we can just wait out here for her to be released, and you can have your little feast.
What makes you think they're gonna release her? I'm pretty sure she's been marked just to be kept a prisoner.
Maybe.
She
We don't have
was
to worry
already a
about that.
prisoner.
Anyways, I have a car to get rid of, so can we move this along?
Car's fine. I'll buff
Okay,
out.
so what's the
Well,
plan now?
buff
You
out.
probably have about 4 hours or so before sunrise.
It was at the scene of a crime.
What crime?
There's a dead body in the trunk.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Phil. Shit.
I go up to the front of your car and I'm like wiping everything.
It wasn't the front of the car that like got. Oh, you mean like where you were?
Fingerprints, yeah.
Don't worry, I'll get rid of it.
Do we secrete oils to leave fingerprints?
That's a good
I
question.
I know a group that can make this car disappear
Do you?
if you need. Yeah.
What if there were two bodies in the bag?
Might cost
Who?
extra, but they can take care of it. I'll call my boy Chop.
Maybe you could introduce me to these people. We could start sort of a business relationship.
Well, these people are kind of my people.
All right. Well,
Kind-
your
kind
people
of.
can be my people, and vice
Yeah,
versa.
we can come to an arrangement.
I have a question. Was your boy named Chop before he became part of the Chop Shop?
Uh,
Or
his
it's like naming your child Jeeves. Like, they're going to grow up to be a butler,
if,
right?
if you know him, you call him Chop. Pork Chop is his full nickname, and you don't
Pork
call Pork
chop.
Chop Pork Chop. His
I
name's
have
Percy.
more questions now.
His name's what?
His name is Percival.
Okay, so you guys all
We go
pile
by
in the
Chop.
car at this point. Except for Ragnar.
I want to get my
Do you-
moped.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you guys all go back to Solancha first?
Yes.
Or
Yeah.
Slancha,
Okay.
I remove the plates. And
Okay.
before the sun comes up, I go get the very rotten body in my basement and put it in there too.
Yep.
Are you just leaving
Okay.
the car out back? Like, I'll call Chop and
Yeah,
we'll arrange to have it picked up and
someone can steal it, so to
Yeah.
speak.
steal it and burn it, bury it, whatever
Lucky.
they're gonna do.
That happens.
Yeah.
That actually happened to my brother. His car got stolen
I'm going to trust your
when he was
people,
going to university there.
right, Ragnar?
Did you
Yeah.
tell us that Jesse came by the bar?
No.
Okay, so then I wouldn't at all be worried and looking to see if anyone else is watching your bar that is known now by frickin'. Oh my god.
What about the FBI? Do they know about the bar?
I've never seen the FBI here.
Not so far.
Is there a black car, tinted windows driving around, blowing
Mine.
cars up?
Mine?
You think that's the FBI?
When we talked to the
They have a
prince, we told
crappier car
him
than
where
that.
she was gonna
We've seen
go
their
and the
car.
name that we heard, right?
What's that?
Sorry, repeat that.
When we were talking to the prince, we told him where she was heading and the name that the anarchist dropped, right?
I figure that
I
would have
mean,
been
you-
part of the story, Tyrone or whatever
Yeah.
his name was,
Yeah.
in Michigan City.
Michigan City?
Mhm.
Just making sure.
I'm fine
would
if
have
we
been-
didn't say that.
Oh,
I
I
don't think I would care either.
I would have told if you guys told me, I wasn't there. If you told me, I would have told the prince.
Okay, that's fine.
Pretty sure it would have come out as part of the story.
I feel like that I'm just like making a small mental map of like, do not go
I
here.
would say what her name was. What, Keisha?
Yeah.
Because we heard that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I was fully expecting her to come up to the gate too and screw you both over because she'd seen you too. And me in the car being like, mm-mm.
No, I honestly
that-
thought,
that
I'm like,
would have been
okay,
bad.
so we're not getting her tonight. We're going to be...
Chasing her down to another city.
I don't even know that we chased her down. Like, that girl might have killed us, for God's sakes. Anyway.
Unless you just hit her with the car when she didn't know we were coming. But then
Okay.
she also could have wrecked the car.
This is true.
So,
So-
you deal with
When
the
we show
car
up-
situation.
Yeah.
You get
Hey,
everybody sort of goes back to Slancha for a minute. Is there anything you want to do before you like end for the evening?
Can I see if the biological sister is willing to meet? She said she was coming into the city tonight and was going to take a couple hours.
It's pretty early in the morning, though, now, isn't it?
mhm.
Is it 4
Yeah,
hours
like at
till
this
sunrise?
point. Yeah. So like at this point, you probably have got like 3 hours.
Okay, that's
It's like
time.
4
You
a.m.
could probably. There
I mean,
isn't
if
really
she's
a
in
lot
the
of
city.
traffic. Yeah, she would be back in the city, but it's also the middle of the night, so you know.
It was the middle of the night when I messaged her in the first place, and she said it would take a couple hours.
That's true.
If she's awake, I'll see if I can meet with her, and if not, I'll wait till tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, you send her a message, but you don't get anything like right that second. So
Okay. See you tomorrow night.
Yeah, when we show up back up at the bar, I'm like, hey, Eduardo, any messages for me while I was gone? Did you hold my calls?
he just looks at you like,
I'm just like... Just ignore her.
Oh, but you're not going to want to do that for very long because now you'll be seeing me all the time.
Why's that? Our business is completed.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is this not a shared venture? Are you forfeiting your part?
We can caretake the same area of town without, direct contact all the time, can't we?
What, we get it opposite weekends?
I get Tuesdays, Thursdays, and every other Sunday.
I definitely want Friday, Saturdays then.
Who gets what holidays?
Yeah.
I don't know. For once, I kind of like Killian's idea. We don't need to be best pals.
Probably best if we
If something
stay
comes
apart
up, we
for a
can deal
little
with
while.
I give Ronnie another hug.
We've been seeing.
Ronnie's one of those people that turns into like stiff as a rod if you touch her. She's just
I
like,
just make it a really long, awkward hug. I don't let go until
Just a
you
little bit of
relax.
rubbing, little.
that doesn't
Just
happen.
An occasional pat.
We've
I
been
hold
seen
on until
around
she
town
relaxes.
together, and we've done some bad things together. So it's probably best if we don't,
That interests Anya immensely. She's like, wait. What are you talking about? We did bad things together.
We abducted a person tonight.
We did not abduct a person. We returned a kindred to their sire.
Yes, but little Joe Blow walking on the street would not have seen it that way. And I don't
There
know.
should have been no Joe Blow walking down the street. Tell me there was no Joe Blow walking down the street. Don't tell me the blockage Joe Blow. Nope. Tell me nope. And she starts to like spin.
You murdered the only one that would have been a witness. So it's fine.
There's lots of people that work on the docks down there. Someone could have seen something. We don't know what's going to come back to bite us in the ass.
Have you ever worked on a dock? They weren't paying
Yeah, and
attention.
all of you did go in and talk to those people. Bummer.
All I'm saying is we lie low for a little while. Get our unlife back to normal, so to speak.
Normal's boring. We did this so we weren't going to go back to normal.
I'm looking forward to a little bit of normal. Grow the business.
Ooh, is your business going to be growing in our area? What is your business? Have we learned what your business? Do I know anything about it?
No,
I suddenly feel very uncomfortable.
I own a bar.
You're putting an expansion on? What do you mean grow the business?
We all grow. Hey, we just grow the business. Don't, Anya, you worry so much.
I don't know. Maybe it's because we are now on everybody's radar.
See?
And one of you turns invisible, the other one I don't know anything about, and the other one literally is a bear of a person. I can't imagine why I might in any way, shape, or form be a little bit paranoid.
All the better for us to stay apart for a little while.
I would fully agree if I didn't feel like that is how it's like when a toddler goes quiet. That's when you worry. I'm not saying you're a toddler. I'm just saying you go quiet, I get nervous.
No.
We're going back to the island tomorrow night anyway, so I don't know what we're all talking about.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
We're what?
Going back to the island tomorrow.
What for?
What?
I haven't seen the werewolves yet, guys.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the trial. Shit.
You don't need to see werewolves. You heard them. That's enough.
You're wanting
Hey.
to go back there?
There's more to the story that we need to still discover.
What is
Ragnar.
this story? That's story bullshit.
Ragnar, join the Inubai and enjoy it.
Yeah. I've got a meeting with the head of the Inubai. I can get us in.
I'm just joining a cult, so don't worry about me.
Yeah. Like, see? On one hand, you're all worried, and then you say shit like that.
But we're all supposed to be friends.
I
and
know
do
it's a
stuff
cult. I'm
together.
enjoying
No,
it.
we're not, Ragnar. We're acquaintances. We're business
Oh, wait.
partners.
Now, there there is a point there, though. Some of us have skills that others do not. And I would be interested in maybe, potentially, some assistance searching those tunnels for that creature and avoiding werewolves or
All right.
losing them if at all possible.
Well, in 2 nights, I have a business meeting down there, and then we can,
We have a business meeting.
Record scratch. What? You have what? You have a business meeting in the tunnels? Is this about your business expansion? You going underground?
It's getting late. It's time for me to retire.
Who's going to run the place if you retire?
Oh, Ragnar.
I was like this close to being like, yeah, we should
Getting
all
ready
lay
to
low
leave.
and not see each other. And then you're like, I have a business appointment underground. And I'm like, "Psst, sorry, so what?
It'll be fine. I'm not acknowledging you with any more information. We've done great. Congratulations. So nice to work with all of you. Maybe we can do this again sometime.
So what? You'll call us?
Probably not. Well, Ragnar's proven to be very useful. His friends are going to help me with my car.
chopped liver?
No, Ronnie.
That's all right. You can do whatever you want. See y'all later. And I just leave. And
a
make
hug
a
before
mental
you go?
note to come back here invisible in 2 days and follow them wherever they go.
Oh my god.
Sounds good. All right, so let's call it there for the night then.
Nice,
Everybody
nice,
sort of
nice.
goes their separate ways.
Yes. Okay, go check it out, and we're going to stick around. We're going to raid Vancouver by night. Let's do it.